I got mod view open and I got stream open on the other side.
Hey. Nice. We're live.
And I gotta be a moderator.
You are a moderator. That's correct.
Yeah.
And co-streamer now.
God, you can see the crumbs in my keyboard on my setup picture. I hate myself.
Oh my god.
I hate
You
it.
don't want to see my desk.
Oh, you don't want to see my keyboard.
Kind of a mess.
Trust me.
Fam, mine is literally, like, it's got chunks missing out of it. Like, fam.
Actually, wait, let me look at that again.
Like, top, like, right corner, there is a chunk missing out of the thing.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh, I see that
dear.
now, actually. Oh dear.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's been through the wars. That's been through
Yeah,
the
let's
wars.
say.
She been through it.
I need to
She's still working somehow. It takes like half an hour for her to boot up, but she
Yikes.
works.
Oh yeah, there's the chunks missing.
Are we all sharing photos?
Yeah.
My Discord
Alright.
logged me
The trends.
out.
Oh.
Let me
Aww.
log into Discord on my phone.
I was about to say, how
Oh,
are
I
you
see.
in Discord right now? But
My phone logged me out because it's mean.
R.I.P.
It's a
I
meanie.
got it though.
Yeah, you can't like log into like the chat. Rather, it's like you have to like go in different servers and stuff. It's weird.
wow,
Look at you with your
setup.
freaking razor ass fucking mic.
It might take cans of Coke.
Aaron, how's your TV mounted?
It's on a spinny little adjustable
It's on one of those
arm.
swivel ones.
That's
Oh
all.
my god.
It's a swivel
Is that
arm.
Yeah, I almost got a
Very
swivel one, but
good.
that's
Wow.
effort that I don't feel like dealing with.
You got a proper
Fair
mic and
enough.
everything. Look at you.
It was a tenner on Amazon.
Look at the people with the money.
Anyway.
They're like that's I think the good thing when you're trying to stream these days is that even to get a halfway decent aux mic is not very expensive at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you want to kind of go out for the proper
Yeah.
experience,
like-
not just be the scrub like me using the flipping mic off the headset.
No,
I
that's
mean,
okay.
that's
That's
right.
fine too.
It's fine. That's what I'm doing too. I mean, my PS4 headset is pretty fucking good. Like Turtle Beach do a fucking solid,
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
solid bad boy.
And that's
Yeah.
why who?
I
What I use on PS4?
A new
I had to go
headset.
for a Corsair one because I watch Ammunition a lot, and she sponsored Corsair, and she swears by their products. So
Fair enough.
I had
I
to do
mean,
the same.
If it
I
works.
might have to
Get-
get Corsair.
I managed to get like a
My, PS4
refurbished
whatnot.
set of the Void headphones for like €60 on Amazon,
Oh fuck.
which is very good.
Wow.
Oh, that's not
Yeah.
bad.
I can't imagine like spending €60 on anything. I'm that poor.
Considering their
Like-
stuff would cost you their newer stuff would cost you the bare minimum of 100.
Oh,
I feel like I
yeah,
got away
that's
pretty
better.
well.
You got it pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am just too poor to afford anything other than rent.
Yeah, I'm
It's
at
fine.
that stage now.
valid.
I'm at that stage.
Mm.
Same.
Yeah.
Hi,
There you go.
Hi, Steiny.
Hi, Steiny.
Hello,
Hi.
sunshine.
There's a lot of us. Right. Shall
It's very
we?
crowded in here.
Yes. Shall we get into
Yeah.
the Ace Attorney nonsense?
Let's get into it.
Lead.
Yeah. There's more of us here than there was stuck in an elevator 15 years ago, but that's a different story.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, what happened? What did I miss last time?
All right, hold up. Let me close the curtains. You guys catch up, Meredith.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me load up the game and we'll see where we were. Day 3 investigation. So I
Yeah.
guess we got through the trial.
Yeah.
What what happened last time?
Will I
Oh, yeah.
assume? Will I assume my usual position?
Good
Phrasing,
point,
I
good
know,
plan.
but still. So first testimony was Meekins, who had been accused of the quote-unquote murder that was
Oh,
going on
I
in
missed
the.
my Meekins opportunity. I forgot.
I don't know. Did you happen to catch my my
No,
performance in your absence?
No, I didn't get to watch the stream. I'm sorry.
It was pretty good.
I did my best.
I bet you did a wonderful job.
endeavor, sir.
Hey, no, that's pretty much what I did.
It's like an
alright.
old-timey auctioneer's voice. It's like,
Exactly. Exactly.
yeah, lucky day on the left side, it's lucky day.
I can't even talk that fast and that's saying something.
Yeah, Mike Meekins.
I can't talk that
disaster.
fast without making up. Yeah.
So Meekins gave his testimony. He gave us a video of the time of the incident inside in the evidence room,
Oh,
which
God.
he
Hang
had
on,
been
I
given
think
to
we
give
got
to the
it.
court directly, and not given through Edgeworth. Edgeworth has been shut out of the investigation at this point.
Got it.
Poor baby.
Here's the video.
Horrible.
Isn't it
It's
horrible?
terrifying, right?
Be grateful, Meredith. We don't have the music on when you
We
look
don't
at
We
have
it.
the
had to
music
watch it
over
like
it.
5 times.
I feel like
We
I'm
slowly-
watching Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah.
That's the
We-
vibes.
We slowly descended into madness with the music, and
I am
Why-
going to kill you if with
By
because
about
I am a homicidal maniac.
by about the 5th rendition, it very much was like just
Yeah.
a
Oh.
fucking FNAF spin-off. At this
Oh my
point.
god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, that 3D animation though.
5 attorneys at Edgeworth.
that animation though.
Yeah.
How did it look in the original before it got remastered?
Pretty much like this, but very,
Yeah, it was actually very similar
blurry.
in the original.
Very blurry.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Because this was on DS, so yeah.
Yeah.
They
Oh, that's
could
true. DS
do-
had 3D though.
They could do 3D models by that point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess you're right.
And they didn't have to do them too like nicely. So
Mm.
No. But
But yeah.
this was what happened, basically.
So I got it. The Blue Badger's flag conveniently covered the identity of the
It
guy.
did.
Wow.
It-
How
Very
convenient.
convenient. Yeah. So that guy who's meant to be Bruce Goodman, who
Mhm.
Meekins is thought to have killed, right at the same time Bruce Goodman got killed in the prosecutor's office.
Right.
After quite a bit of testimony,
Mm.
turns out it was actually Marshall.
yeah.
Oh, Hellboy guy. Jake
yeah,
Marshall.
he was dressed
Boy.
up as Bruce Goodman because he wanted to solve he wanted to look at a case that was like in Goodman's locker.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the SL9
So-
incident.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Got
Goodman
it.
was the head detective on the SL9 incident, so he
Right.
Yeah.
Marshall wanted to break into Goodman's locker.
Oh, now I
Get all
remember.
the
Yeah, we got
evidence
to
out.
the end of the trial, and
Yeah.
like he wanted to have a look at it, and he was like, he like went up to like the defendant and was
Talana.
like, "You've got to tell me that in that trial, like years ago, you used some kind of weird, dodgy evidence." And she's like, "I refuse to answer." And the fucking place went insane, and we had to stop the trial for like the
Yeah.
next day.
Got
So-
it.
So we
Yeah.
basically
I'll
been
read that.
forced into the 3rd day.
ACAB, lawyers are
ACAB.
complicit. There you go.
Oh, question though. How did
What?
Oh, sorry. I just opened the stream and I heard myself twice, and it freaked me out.
Immediately stop. Yeah, that's fair.
I forgot I left the stream open, and then I heard myself ask you a question. How did Meekins think that he killed?
He got knocked out right after
Yeah.
Meekins got his hand cut.
Yeah, he and Marshall tussled.
Gotcha.
Marshall knocked him unconscious, and by the time he was being woken up, Marshall was long gone.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So Meekins just assumed that he
That
killed.
plus, where's the ID card record? Because it's Bruce Goodman's card that was used to get in by
Right.
Jake Marshall. That's why everyone thought it was Bruce that
Got
died
it.
in there.
Okay, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yep.
So yeah, and the SL9 incident is the case that everyone else was involved with as well, such
Joe
as Damon, Lana, Jake, Bruce, Angel. They were all investigating that
Yeah.
case.
Everyone's just on
There's
this
the
one
witnesses,
case.
yeah,
Everybody.
Oh.
and there's all the victims, including Neil Marshall,
Jake's brother.
Oh.
Jake's brother.
Yeah, hence why he's got a weird obsessive fucking place with this case.
Yeah, no wonder.
Mhm.
And also there's the puns. Neil Marshall is in a real Marshall, and Jake Marshall is in a fake Marshall. But there you go.
Oh, I never thought of that. How clever.
There you go. There he is.
Oh, was he also a cowboy?
You bet.
On a steel
Less
horse
so
he
than
rides?
Jake was.
Oh, okay.
Presumably.
Everyone's a
Yeah.
better everyone's a better cowboy
All
than Jake.
shadowed.
It's high
Right.
noon.
It's
Yeah, that's
high
Joe
noon.
Dark. He was the murderer in the
Gotcha.
SL9 case, yeah.
Yeah.
And he has the most murdery name ever.
Joe
Dark.
And yeah, that is McCree indeed.
What it
There he
is.
is.
There he is. It's happening.
It's high.
It's happening.
I really hope we'll get to see him again.
Oh, I hope so.
So yeah, that's pretty much all you missed. If you have any more questions, hit us up.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeehaw, Tiny.
Yeehaw.
You the last ha.
You eater last
That's all it takes to derail this many people in a voice chat.
McCree.
Especially me. I'm sorry.
Right. Let's get into
Right.
it, shall we? And I
Yeah.
guess we'll sort voices out as we go.
Yeah.
We'll cross those bridges when we
And
get to
if
them.
you feel left out, please say something.
Okay, so who's doing who?
That's a good question.
That's a good start.
This is a question.
Do you want her? Do you want custody of Emma, Ellie?
Custody.
Yeah, sure. I will have custody of Emma, my baby.
She's yours.
Oh, the angel, sweet
I
baby
can have her on the
angel.
weekends.
Yeah. And then maybe Christmas. We'll talk about it when we get there.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, and Lana might show up as well, so
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
who knows, who knows. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I'm so sorry, Mr. Wright. I'm sorry for what my sister said.
Nope, there she is.
There she is. This is the
There she
flashback.
be.
TV.
Drastic crimes require drastic measures. That's just the way it is. We did what we had to in order for him to get the verdict he deserved.
We love tackling police corruption in these streams in a very timely moment.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
I love that.
Yeah, I didn't know. I never knew the LSL9 incident was just another name for Joe Dark killings.
Sounds like everyone heard about these killings but me.
Lana wanted Dark convicted so badly. That's why she used me. That's why she used what happened to me.
What do you mean, what happened to you?
It's all there in the file. Joe Dark's last victim was prosecutor Neil Marshall. When he murdered Officer Marshall's brother, he left behind an incriminating piece of evidence.
But what did you have to do with those killings, Emma?
I killed them all. Sorry.
I killed them all, actually, yeah.
Oh boy.
What
Yeah.
if Hannibal
Benedict?
want to be?
Hannibal Lecter bullshit.
Yeah, a little. Yeah.
Benedict and Mads Mikkelsen were kind of just fused together.
Yeah.
That's how they did that
Oh.
back in 200005. That's how they
Yeah.
made this guy.
They precluded it. On the night Professor Neil... Professor?
Wow.
Professor Neil!
You went over the world!
Yeehaw!
On the night Prosecutor Neil Marshall was murdered?
Oh
Oh my god!
I think it's one of those days.
Yeah, I'm not laughing at you, Ellie. That was very cute.
I am absolutely laughing at you.
We're getting a divorce.
I do that every day.
Oh lord. On the night Prosecutor Neil Marshall was murdered, Joe Dark tried to kill me.
I'm proud of you for getting through that.
Thank you. It took a
What?
lot of effort.
He tried to kill you!
Officer Marshall's brother, Neil, was only trying to save me. I fucked up his name too when he was like stabbing him. Like I was like, no, Neil, no, I meant Neil. Fuck, shit, Niall, Niall,
Professor!
Professor.
I have PTSD, so you can't blame me.
Oh no.
It's fine.
I love the Prosecutor Layton games.
Oh my god, fuck off.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
We're fine. So that means you
Yes. I was a witness in the Joe Dark trial. Fuck!
I didn't see that one coming.
Wow.
Wow, she was a
Okay,
witness.
I keep reading
I'm
Joe Dark as
bad.
Joe Drake.
I
Just-
keep reading it's Joe Dirt.
Nathan Drake?
Joe Dirt.
Joe Dirt. Uncharted. I'm just like, Drake?
Drake, hello?
Hello?
Joe Dirk Gently?
No.
Sorry.
Stop!
False. Incorrect.
Oh.
It happened 2 years ago. It was right about this time of the year, too. There was a terrible thunderstorm that day. Unusual for the season.
Watch out, Meredith.
I know, I just looked over at my dog and he was sitting up instead of laying down.
It's like,
You
I was alone in my sister's office. Even like we mentioned thunder, and he's like, huh?
Oh?
We were planning to eat dinner together once she finished her work. Suddenly, this terrifying man came bursting into the office.
Also, it just hit me that the sisters waiting in her office together to eat dinner is a parallel of Maya and Mia.
Oh, really?
Planning to do that right
They went to
before Red
go.
White
They were
killed
gonna,
Mia.
yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I only just thought of that. Anyway,
Parallels everywhere.
everywhere in this case, they are just the same sisters. Alright, Karen.
If only we'd gotten Deliveroo.
Oh.
Oh, Lordy.
Oh,
I
did
said
you read
it.
this?
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah, I did.
Joe Dark. Is that really his name?
It seems like some. Okay. It seemed like he was running from someone. He pulled out a knife and screamed at me. Was just the lyrics to the blue baba dee baba da ba da ba dee da ba da. I didn't know what was going on.
Don't blame you.
Just then, Prosecutor Marshall showed up.
Jake Marshall's brother.
Thanks, Phoenix.
That has been established.
Exposition!
Yeah. Joe Dark tried to take me hostage. But before he could, Mr. Marshall tackled him. Then
What happened?
I'll never forget it. Actually, I kind of forgot it. Lightning struck and the lights went out. Suddenly, a bolt of lightning flashed across outside the window, lighting up the office for an instant. Well, what I saw then burned a permanent picture in my mind. I can still see it now.
Permanent picture. See
Ew.
it.
You. I don't remember the moment when Dark stabbed Mr. Marshall.
So you weren't able to testify about that?
No, I was only asked about when I was attacked. It must be why Lana. She made up the crime.
Made it up? You mean provided bogus evidence?
Is bogus a real logos? Logus? No, a real
Bogus?
Bogus? Yeah. Bogus
Bogus,
is
yeah.
like fake.
Well, yeah, but a
Did you-
real
Bam.
term.
I mean,
Anyway,
I don't know.
I guess it would be falsified, but whatever. Okay.
Who knows?
Sorry.
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe.
maybe. Who knows?
This game isn't particularly accurate when it comes to legal systems.
What are
Don't
you
tell me
talking
started.
about?
You not tell me
It's
started.
fine. We're fine. Anyway.
I'm pretty sure it's not meant to be a legal word.
No,
It's
probably
fine.
not.
We're fine. Anyway,
Oh,
the prosecutor's office wanted that guilty verdict so badly. Lana forged the evidence and Mr. Edgeworth used it.
Edgeworth?
Yes, but I'm sure he didn't know anything about it.
Uh-huh.
He couldn't have known he was given false evidence. How many times can I fuck up in a stream?
You're fine. The night is
It's
young.
fine. It's fine. I'm fine.
Warming up.
Even so, that's when it all started. The rumors about Mr. Edgeworth, I mean. It's all my fault. If I could have just testified properly, none of this would have happened.
So it's true. Even though he might not have known it, Edgeworth really was involved in falsifying evidence.
After that case ended, Lana was never the same. She became cold like she is today.
She must not have been able to face up to what she did, especially not to Emma. What did you see in the instant the crime occurred?
Nice.
Nice. I don't know why he's got an onion for a
his
head.
hair.
It looks like an onion.
He looks like whipped ice cream.
It hasn't scaled well, has it, to high definition?
No.
I don't remember thinking that ever before.
Oh my god. Dark down. Sorry, I keep thinking about onion head.
Seriously, how did that make it past QA? A genuine question.
Like,
Onion boy.
wow. Maybe it's
We're
a...
meant to make it look
Onion
like a
boy,
fucking
onion
serial
boy.
killer.
And he looks like an onion.
Onion
Oh,
boy.
he's terrifying.
He looks like an onion.
Ogres have layers!
Layers.
Oh,
Serial killers have layers.
sorry.
Ugh, oh my god. Anyway. Dark knocked down Mr. Marshall and raised his knife.
Neil Marshall was stabbed in front of this poor girl.
I don't remember what happened after that. Apparently I passed out.
Oh.
When I came to, Lana was cradling me in her arms.
Poor Emma. Third person?
Yeah, right.
Through so much.
Poor Emma.
Everyone's just poor Emma together, even Emma.
Maybe.
I couldn't bring myself to testify about that instant. I tried, but the words wouldn't come out. I drew a picture, but it wasn't any good.
Let's see onion head.
He looks like an onion. I don't remember that.
Are you sure his hair was like this?
You're pretty sure? I mean, like, he's a serial killer. He's fucked up, right?
2 years ago, you must have been 14. That's understandable. Did you just watch Shrek before you drew this?
I mean, it was on my mind, like... once it was all over, I made up my mind.
I'd never watch Shrek again.
Shrek sucks! I decided that when I grew up, I'd become a scientific investigator. Scientific, if you will.
Scientific.
yeah.
Scientific!
I get it.
I want to be able to fight crime with my testimonies. And find the evidence to make an airtight case. That way Lana would never have to forge any.
I see. I think I'm finally starting to understand what makes Emma tick.
I'm based my entire life decision around some trauma, so like that's great of me.
Isn't that Ace Attorney?
That's really relatable in this weird world of ours.
That's just the entire Ace Attorney. I became a lawyer because
you
I
go.
saw one of my childhood friends might have been shady once.
Yeah,
Might have been shady one time.
might have been shady one time, and then your boyfriend stood up for you. Your boyfriend became a lawyer because his dad died in an elevator.
Yeah. I mean, he literally
Ace
wasn't
Attorney is
answering
just
my
childhood
text.
trauma.
I mean, yeah. But there's still something that bothers me about that crime. There's something that's was literally about to say the same thing out loud.
Yeah.
Wrong Phoenix. There's something that's puzzling me, Emma.
What is it?
Say, this reminds me of a puzzle.
Hey, this reminds me of a puzzle. No!
You said you were in Lana's office at that time, right?
That's right.
Why then would a serial killer come running in there? Not only that, but he was being chased by a prosecutor?
Oh, there's no mystery there. Joe Dark had been taken in for questioning that day.
Taken in for questioning? You mean by the police?
Of course. This happened at the police department. He tried to run away halfway through the interview and fled into my sister's office.
But why
Because
did
he's
he...
a fucking dumbass.
But why did he run all the way over to your sister's office?
Because he's a dumbass. Pay attention, Phoenix. Because the detective offices and the questioning room are right across from the elevator.
Across from the elevator? But Lana was the chief prosecutor, wasn't she?
No, silly. Didn't I tell you? 2 years ago, Lana was a detective. It was a pretty frickin', like, a meteoric career progression, like,
Mm.
she was the best in the entire force.
What? That's news to me. That's weird.
Yeah.
It's really weird, right? After the Joe Dart case, she was transferred to the prosecutor's office and made chief prosecutor. You know that whole thing that, like, detectives get, like, pushed over to a prosecutor's office despite the fact they all hate lawyers and stuff? You know that.
Moose. Oh dear.
Like, she doesn't need training or anything, it's fine.
Fine.
Lana used to be a detective? I'd better have another talk with her. Now, I guess. Okay.
Yeah, we're going now, but we need to have breakfast now!
Yeah, does Emma just live with me now?
Apparently!
Apparently.
Her new guardian.
It's never really established in any of the cases.
Yeah,
Hey,
she's
Phoenix,
she's
yeah.
just like camping out on the sofa.
Literally,
Phoenix
Phoenix.
is adopting lots of
Yeah. Lots of young
young
girls.
girls.
He's
Crazy.
adopted Maya, Trucy, Emma,
Yeah.
Athena. Oh
He-
dear.
Oh, Phoenix.
Athena's of age, to be fair.
Yeah, Athena's 18. That's
Yeah, I don't know if that makes it better. That is a pattern.
Oh, the
boy.
anime games.
Ah, the anime games.
It's okay. Phoenix is gay anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
Lana,
Mr. Wright, seems I keep causing you trouble.
Falsifying evidence. I didn't think you were the type.
Criminals don't mind playing foul. Why should we?
but Lana, if you're wrong, an innocent person might be found guilty. That's the whole point of the
Lot of
fucking court of law,
trouble.
dumbass!
Oh dear.
That's a thing!
Believe me.
I feel,
No, go ahead.
I feel like Ray is going to have an explosion at some point during this
Yeah.
stream.
Is this what you experience when you're watching, Ray? Like, you just want to
Yeah.
scream? Okay.
This is my entire time just watching us play Ace Attorney. Like, nope, that's that's
That's
No,
not how that
That's
works.
not
It's real
legally
time.
admissible.
It's wonderful.
I'll
wisdom.
try to be
You
here.
just have to
I'll
understand that the
behave.
legal system in Ace Attorney is fucked beyond repair.
very, very wrong.
It's very wrong.
It's upsetting.
Literally, like the whole basis of the finale of Follow Justice is trying to repair this fucked up
Yeah.
legal system.
R.I.P.
How on earth
Okay.
can he do that?
We can continue. I'll try to keep my outbursts to a minimum.
Oh lordy.
Valid.
Believe me, I understand the risks.
Lana, Emma told me about you.
Oh?
About how you were a detective 2 years ago. and how the SL9 incident was the reason for your transfer to the prosecutor's office.
That's right.
Could you fill me in on the details? Especially about that unusual change of jobs.
I'm glad we're
'cause, you know,
acknowledging
you
that's unusual.
we need to usually you need to go to like a lawyer school and earn a degree in law, but like
Yeah.
nah, you just they were just like, you're good at this job, you'll probably be good at that job. I mean,
You're a great prosecutor, or detective. become a
Detective.
prosecutor.
yeah, that's fine.
That's how it
You do
works.
that, right? That's how that works.
Meanwhile, I'm sat here with my art degree.
Oh goodness.
Canonically. But oh well,
I'll
let's
just
keep
do
going.
I suppose you have a
Oh
right to-
yes. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was an art
I
student.
forgot that part.
Oh, Phoenix.
R.I.P.
You've never seen him do a single drawing. Anyway.
I
He's
suppose
probably
you have a right
terrible
to... No, Mr. Wright.
Hey, I'm really sorry about bringing this whole rabble into the detention center with me.
to get through this. Like, what can we say?
If anything, this is a fun experiment.
Don't worry, if we get to the end of the investigation, by the end of the stream, it'll be a
Yeah. Oh, weird pauses in this one case only. So weird. A lot of her revelations were uncovered at the trial today, not the least of which was the fact that this case is largely connected to another one 2 years ago.
Evidence from that case was stolen as well, though I expected as much. I know how obsessive Officer Marshall can be.
That trial, it really wasn't fair, was it? I believed in you, Lana. I believe that no matter what happened, you always stick to the truth.
It couldn't be helped, Emma. At that trial 2 years ago, I sold my soul.
Well, all drama aside, the fact of the matter is, at 5:15, there was no murder at the police department.
Tell me it's not true, Lana. What this Miss Starr said? About you stabbing Mr. Goodman with a knife? Lana! I don't understand! Why won't you tell us? You're kind of almost gonna get the death penalty here!
Emma, this doesn't involve just me.
I don't think I've ever seen Lana look so phased before.
Or even look sideways.
Yeah, look, she can look sideways and backwards.
She's not even turning. She's not even just turning sideways. She's literally turning her whole body.
yeah.
So she's
Whole ass
facing
body.
the wall.
On the chair,
Yeah.
Yep.
still.
It's a spinny chair.
Because they have those at a detention center.
Naturally.
Yep.
It's true. I was a member of the police force 2 years ago.
She was amazing! They still talk about all the cases she and Chief Gank cracked together.
Wow, he's got a normal tie on, rather than the weird Templar cross thing.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah! Look, a normal tie. He used to wear them back then.
Wow. Chief Gantz?
He was the deputy chief of police back then, but he still worked the crime scenes. Damon Gant. He was everything I aspired to be.
They were the best team ever. They solved crimes before the report could even be filled.
Emma really idolizes her big sister. But now you're chief prosecutor. What happened?
I always planned on becoming a prosecutor. The reason I became a detective was...
To gain experience investigating crime scenes, so you could use that experience in court, right? Did you actually get a law degree? Or, like, is it just...
Absolutely not.
Oh! Okay.
Gant's help in the SL9 case was crucial to its resolution.
We should probably figured if she was going out with a defense attorney, e.g. Mia, then she's got her law degree by extension, right?
Who was she
That's
going
how
out
that
with?
works.
That's how that works.
Who was
Easy.
she? Who was she going out with?
Mia!
Oh yeah. I thought
They were attracted to each other.
Oh yes. No,
Intellectually.
I thought that I missed something, but no, I got it. Okay.
Yeah, don't worry, it's fine.
Lesbians got it. Okay.
The dead one.
Yes, I know. I remember.
Not lesbians.
Yes, lesbians. After that, he became chief of police and arranged my transfer to the prosecutor's office.
They seem like very nice friends.
They're like very good friends.
Or lesbians, Harold.
Maybe I should ask more about this investigation of theirs 2 years ago. I don't know why that was in quote marks.
Investigation, huh?
Please.
2 years ago, I was second in command of the detectives investigating Dark.
Second in command. That means the investigation lead was Damon Gant, right?
Correct, dumbass. Yes. Deputy Chief Gant and I share the same office and the same investigations.
They even had the same office.
And they were roommates.
They were roommates.
And they were roommates. Oh my god, they were roommates.
The undertones of this just took a very sharp turn.
Yeah.
It's the vine we're talking about. This tiny gals being pals. We led a team of the best detectives on the force. Detective Goodman, whose case it was, Jake Marshall and Angel Starr. It was the first time Marshall worked with his brother. He was quite gung-ho. Without a doubt, Joe Dark was the serial killer. We asked him to come in for questioning. We were desperate for evidence. That was when his final murder took place.
When he tried to murder Emma.
Prosecutor Marshall was trying to save me from Dark.
You see, the first person who happened upon the scene of the crime was me.
Now you tell us. What?
Well, that's not dodgy at all.
That was well established.
Damn it.
Like the minute Emma came to.
Go ahead.
Oh, I suppose.
She was in Lana's arms.
Yeah.
No, yeah. Damon Gant and Neil Marshall were the ones questioning Dark that day. The investigation was in its final stages, and Dark must have suddenly panicked. So he waited until Gant and Marshall let their guards down, then fled the room. From there, he ran straight to the office shared by Deputy Chief Gant and myself.
That's where he found me.
So, you were the first person to run to the scene, Lana.
It appears so. I was filing some papers when Gant and Marshall were questioning Dark. I keep wanting to say Drake. When I returned to my office, I saw 3 bodies on the floor and smelled blood.
That's not morbid at all.
Also, that's not 3 bodies.
3 bodies?
Oh.
Prosecutor Marshall, the victim, Emma, who had passed out. Oh, what?
And the suspect, Joe Dark.
Why did it say Phoenix and then suddenly switch over to Lana unless she interrupted me?
Concern?
I guess so, yeah. During the struggle, it seems Mr. Marshall struck a final blow before he died. Joe Dark had incurred a minor concussion and lay unconscious.
What did you do?
To be honest, I panicked. I picked up Emma, carried her out of the room, and just held her.
Can't blame her. After all, her sister must have gone through.
After that, I placed Dark under immediate arrest.
Let me get this straight.
I'm not. Sorry.
Straight in.
Oh my god.
Perfect.
The ad libs are glorious today.
Literally,
The ad-libs amount just goes up when there's way more of you to think of them.
Yeah.
You were all involved in the SL9 incident?
That's right. Quite a coincidence, hmm?
SL9. 69. No, not
Still
quite.
a 9.
Wow.
Hercules.
Yeah,
That was a reach.
Maybe I'm forcing the ad-libs now.
That was a reach.
That's a reach!
I don't buy
That
it.
was a reach.
What are you saying?
There's no way everyone involved in this trial was also involved in that incident just by chance.
But that case was solved 2 years ago.
At least one person went to extremes because they didn't believe it was truly solved.
Officer Marshall. Yes, his actions came as a surprise to me as well. Ever since his brother died, he's changed completely.
I guess he wasn't convinced with the ruling against Joe Dark.
Life doesn't end with the closing of a case. Everyone has to live the rest of their lives with their memories.
That case that might not be over yet.
Hmm?
Emma was assaulted by Dark at the police department, right?
Yes, in the office that Damon Gant and I shared. The office that Mr. Gant now... oh boy.
You got
Oh,
there?
I just
That was a sound.
got possessed, apparently.
Apparently.
The office that Mr. Gant now occupies by himself. The chief's office. Because he's the chief, you know?
Well, maybe we should have a look at the chief's office. The site of the final SL9 murder. That ain't it, Chief?
Ain't it, Chief?
What's gonna
Alright.
be there 2 years later?
I don't know.
Who knows,
You
huh?
realize that any evidence you'd find there is contaminated because it's been 2 years.
Yeah, it's been a while.
You know how many people have gone in and out of that office in those 2 years? A lot.
Mm,
Suspension of disbelief is about to snap like a rubber band.
We don't have
yeah,
that
that's
today.
close. Right. So, I've just kind of clicked here because it was on the list, but okay. Right, okay. No one's here today, not even Miss Star. Oops.
Wow.
Oops. Everyone's probably busy looking into what exactly went down in the evidence room. That must be where the detectives are.
Alright. But we proved in court today that on the day of the crime, no one was murdered in the evidence room at 5:15 p.m.
Yeah, I thought we were finally making some headway in our case.
But instead, it looks like we just ended up making Lana look even more guilty.
Hang in there, Lana.
I've gotta find all the answers by tomorrow. Where are the answers?
No.
Give me the answers!
So,
Just leave me a list of the answers, just written down.
yes, please. Should we head to the police department or to Edworth's place? His room.
What's gonna be at Edworth's place?
I don't know.
Him.
Edworth,
Edworth?
maybe? Should we
We
drop
should go
in
see our
on it?
boyfriend. We should go see our boyfriend, yeah.
We'll see if he's
Let's
even
go
here.
see our boyfriend.
Oh.
Oh.
Boo!
Denied.
Ew, we're
Ew.
0 out of 10.
Your boyfriend isn't here.
You?
Mhm.
Uh, I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, stop being such a dumbass.
Maybe he's being questioned by an inquiry committee. He took a real beating in court today.
There's a joke under that
There is
somewhere.
something underlying there. Yeah, I was thinking that.
Not in my good Christian stream.
Stream.
This
Karen's
stopped
good
being a
Christian
good Christian
stream.
stream about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, with Lana admitting falsifying evidence 2 years ago.
I guess we'll just have to come back later.
Oh
Alright.
darn!
Oh, well, has he
Got
got
it
a
like
quill? I never noticed that before. He's got a whole quill on his desk.
He's got a
And
fucking
a
quill.
regular pen.
He's a fancy bitch.
He's got both.
Why is he so fancy? Alright, police department it is.
Fancy boy.
Oh, hi, McCree.
Howdy, Bambina.
Does he have a picture of his own jacket on his wall? Yeah, he did. It was his old jacket, but yeah.
It's-
Hey,
It's
Josh,
not a
that
picture
fancy.
of it, Steiny. It's the actual jacket framed.
Yeah.
Which is,
Because he's an icon and we love him.
Yeah, he's just a dramatic bitch. Like,
Yep.
Everyone in this game is a dramatic bitch.
Very much so.
Shame it gets shot though, isn't it? Oh well.
I'm not sure what's weirder, TBH. I mean, they're both kind of weird. But I support it.
yeah,
Yeah,
he's
it's
valid.
very. Yeah, he's.
We
he's
support
valid, it's fine.
Edgeworth. We love him.
We support Edgeworth in this house.
Yeah.
Oh, Mr. Marshall.
I never thought things would turn out this way when I woke up this morning. Que sera. You never know where life will lead you, eh, Bambina? I should have known my luck would run out with old Billy dried up this morning.
Billy?
Must be his pet cactus. Say, where are you headed?
Just over to the prosecutor's office for a little interrogation. It's a voluntary appearance, but we all know I won't be coming back. It's alright, but you can't go in the evidence room today, partner.
But Mr. Marshall? Why did you do it?
Why do prospectors head west? If ever there was a case I needed to know the truth about, it was that one.
Before you turn yourself in, Mr. Marshall, do you mind telling us exactly what happened?
Looks like I won't be getting a steak lunch today.
Indeed not.
Greedy bastards.
Yeah, you've already been a bastard one time.
Something was fishy about that trial from the beginning. It wasn't just me either. All the detectives thought so.
What do you mean, fishy?
Some of the facts reported were inconsistent with the evidence we found. For example, the murder weapon.
The murder weapon? You mean that switchblade knife with the broken tip?
That was Joe Dark's alright. But, in the initial autopsy report, a question was raised.
A question?
The blade of the knife was not a perfect match with the wound the victim sustained.
What does that mean?
It means, you dumbass, that there is a good chance that knife was not the murder weapon.
Oof, suddenly attacked!
Oh yeah! Duh!
He angry.
The angry boy.
However, in the report that was finally submitted, that possibility had been erased.
Could the facts have been concealed with forged evidence?
Probably.
That case left behind scars on all of us.
You can see how done you are already.
The scars the SL9 instant left behind. I mean, like, I got a paper cut from the file. Does that count?
Childhood trauma.
Yeah.
Very symbolic, Emma.
I got the looks, but he got the brains. He was one of the best prosecutors around.
That absolutely tracks. That murder does not have any brains.
He has no brains.
No
though.
thoughts, head cowboy.
Marshall has 0 brains. Oh my god.
Don't need no brains in this noggin to hold a 6-shooter straight.
Whoa.
It's high noon.
You need some brains in that noggin to say that sentence.
Oh, shush your yap.
Oh.
I had just made detective when it went down. It was our first case together.
How old was he? Your brother?
He was 27. He was awarded the highest honor that very day.
The highest honor? You mean the...
King of prosecutors.
I knew it.
What are you looking at me like that for? That's an honor for a prosecutor.
Mr. Marshall must have been really close with his brother.
The day the SL9 incident took place, that wasn't the same day as...
That's right. It was the day of the evidence transferal.
Interesting.
It was drizzling that morning, and by nightfall there was thunder. I can't believe 2 years had gone by already. I tried to steal the evidence so the case wouldn't die.
Apparently someone tried to stop you. Detective Goodman was murdered, and the evidence locker was empty.
curiouser and curiouser.
Indeed.
There was something going on behind the scenes in that case. We all knew that later. Every detective involved in that investigation save taken care of.
They were murdered?
Miss Starr was fired, and I was demoted and boxed away in a tiny room.
Oh, so you weren't murdered.
He's
I'm
not
talking to you
disappointed.
right now, ain't I?
I mean, you might be a ghost.
There's still time. There's still time.
That's a
Oh no. Emma's pulling out the knife. What about
You never
Detective
know.
If they did something to him too, the commissioners would get suspicious. No, they were careful enough not to be too obvious.
They?
What are you talking about?
Don't get upset, Bambina. I mean Damon Gant and Lana Skye. The investigation lead, Damon Gant, and his second in command, Lana Skye.
I like
There wasn't a
commercial
person on the
music.
force to have heard of that too. Duo.
It's a jam.
Yeah, the music's good.
That case was the biggest step in both of their careers.
After the case ended, Lana transferred to the prosecutor's office, right?
Yeah. Damon Gant, the new chief of police, arranged for that to happen. She'd never been the same since she left. Everyone who knew her said so. Chief Prosecutor Skye was totally different when she was the detective.
He mentioned it. Emma said something like that too.
Tell me, what happened to my sister?
Sorry, Bambina, but her secret is too well guarded. I never found out.
It's secret. It all started 2 years ago.
So there you have it. That's my story. Did you enjoy it, partner?
It was certainly enlightening.
There's one thing for sure I found out in court today. That boy Edgeworth and my enemy. He was the one who used falsified evidence to get a guilty verdict. But someone else was the one who gave him that evidence and planned everything. That someone is Damon Gant.
This motherfucker!
Don't believe me? Well, I don't blame you. I won't even be a patrolman after today.
Just shoot that across the street?
I think so.
Big mood.
You realize he was probably shucking the cork out of the
Yeah.
glass there, right?
Yeah.
Inferring that he has never been drinking out of that flask
Oh,
until
He's
that
just
point.
kind of
Okay.
just been pretending to.
To look cool.
But now that he realizes he's probably about to lose his job, he's saying, fuck it.
He's never been drinking on the job. That's very poignant all of a sudden.
Yeah.
What a good man.
What a boy.
Too bad I won't be around to work with you when you become a real scientific investigator. Or a scientific, should I say.
Yeah, it's catching!
Adios, Bambina.
And
My
he
name's
leaves
not
the blue
Bambino.
badger in his wake.
Oh, horrible.
Hey, look, that patrolman is shooting the other guy. He must be a detective. What's the police voice in?
Oh. Here I
Oh
go.
no.
Here we go.
So I cuffed the lout, right? Then you know what he says? What are you, a moron and I'm an undercover agent?
I don't know, I'm gonna hit it when the aim is.
What?
That was like 5 different accents at once. But you know, I'm here for it.
Man!
I did not understand a word you just said.
Good. Hey, you hear what he's saying.
His
gotta be done, right? It's gotta be-
Okay. Alright. I guess he wasn't. I'm sorry. Okay.
I think she's broken.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. I guess he wasn't saluting. He was just listening to how his friend messed up.
They make a good pair. Say that every time.
He has a really weird accent.
Right, let's head here. I'm very aware you haven't voiced anyone yet, Ray. I don't know who you want. Oh,
Trollman
Yeah.
and then Ellie did that.
Sorry.
You can have one of these guys.
Okay, sure.
This place is always pretty empty, but today it's deserted.
That must mean everyone's busy solving crimes. Hopefully.
Oh yeah, the chief's the bold guy behind Emma.
Oh, if you're looking for the others, they're all in the conference room.
I like the default to this
All
one.
of them?
I can't.
Yeah.
I have to. That's just how it goes.
Okay.
Thanks. Wow, he actually talked to us.
The chief prosecutor saying, "What? Sorry."
Not so easy, is it?
Yeah. You want to fucking go?
The chief prosecutor saying what she did and the decision about what to do. About Mr. Edgeworth, not to mention our statement to the media at tomorrow's trial. There's more chaos going on than Thanksgiving and Christmas put together.
I think festive is the word usually used for those.
There's a lot of crime at Thanksgiving. I think.
You would know?
Maybe?
Friday, man.
Sir, we'd like to have a look around Chief Gant's office.
Just use the connecting hallway to the other building and take the elevator to the top floor.
Wait, that worked?
I don't give a shit, my dude. I don't give a flying fuck.
Really? You mean it's okay for us to go in there? I mean, we aren't police officers or anything.
Hey, you're right. You can't go in there, you fucking asshole. It's off limits.
Shit, I let it slip.
Now I see where Detective Gumshoe gets his unique charm. Oh.
Oh my god. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's head to the chief's office.
Yeah! See anything else to say? That man must be the chief of detectives. He's staring at the screen so hard it might shatter.
What? Dark case may have been fabricated. That's what I thought all along. I just never bothered to tell anybody.
Oh, there's a guy who cares about his work.
Fake news.
I wonder what this guy is doing
It's
now.
the 10th Doctor.
Oh dear!
Oh,
It
yeah!
Mhm.
That must be one of the detectives. He's mumbling something to himself.
Who wants to do this?
Who's doing this one?
I volunteer Tony.
Oh my god. You know what?
That's it! The villain used the time machine! Very clever indeed. That would explain the alibi. The future might not be so far away after all.
He's not writing a report, he's writing a novel.
He's writing Doctor Who fanfiction.
Me at work.
Let
every
him
day.
follow his dreams!
Well, the chief's office is a location, so
we
forget,
should
does he
probably
show
go.
I have no idea.
I don't know.
Let's
Find out. What
Let's
a
see if we
place.
meet the boy.
Look at that organ.
Oh my lord!
Is this man the
Lordy Lou.
Is this
Same brain
man...
cell.
Yeah, he's the phantom.
Ta-da!
Hang on, he's got some pipe organ music anyway.
Da-da-da. actually kind of, when you think about it, his music thematically makes a considering
A lot
he's got a
of
fucking
sense.
organ in his office.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's dramatic.
Yeah. Someone's just playing it every time he walks into the room. It's just that
Yeah.
loud.
He brings that pipe organ with him to court.
Yes.
No, he's got like a
Absolutely.
walkie-talkie system set up.
Wow, baby monitor. Whoa. Where am I? Is this heaven?
In the chief's office, silly. Every chief's office has an organ. I mean, at least that's what it said on the door.
Check out that pipe organ. That's real, isn't it?
Hey, I used to take organ lessons in kindergarten. That's a normal thing, right?
Wow.
They used to call
Organ
me Little
specifically.
Miss Fuck. Yeah.
That's a
Oh,
nickname you want as a child.
Oh,
Baby got Buck.
Horrible. We're getting a divorce.
I never could remember where C was.
It's the boy.
It's huge.
Oh shit!
He's so
Oh,
big.
you too.
That is a wide man.
Shit, it's the cops!
Big man. Ooh, big man.
Oh no.
Hey!
Chief Gans. He put that paper he was reading in his desk. I don't know why I noticed
So,
that.
Rado, have you been swimming lately?
Alrighty.
Why do you keep asking if we've been swearing?
No, I haven't.
No.
I've been kind of busy lately.
I can appreciate that. I've had my hands full too with Mr. Marshall's misconduct and Alana's provocative statement.
Provocative statement? Oh, you mean about the forged evidence?
2 years have passed since that incident. My, how time flies.
Why are you so happy about it?
See that big picture on the wall over there?
I do.
That's a big, sharp, stabby thing.
That's a picture of Lana, Neil, and me.
So this is Mr. Marshall's brother, Prosecutor Neil Marshall.
Why is there a knight pointing at my sister's tits?
Right on the nipple.
right
my
on the nipple.
We took it to commemorate our work together.
Something's not right with this picture.
It's the knife.
I can't quite seem to put my finger on it though. Huh?
What do you have? A knife! No!
I'll take that, thank you very much, Chief. He put it in his pocket.
Yeah, just take the whole freaking painting.
As you do.
Doing that thing again.
Anyway, I'd like to reminisce all day, but there are matters that need my attention. I'm gonna lock up here, so let's go out together.
Oh! But this office, it was a crime scene 2 years ago, wasn't it?
That case has long since been over. There's no need to investigate it anymore.
He's
That's
cool putting
sketchy.
glasses, I know, right?
I mean, he's not wrong. Like, it's been.
He's not. You
been
can't
2
investigate the crime scene, but the way he said it was sketch.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I'm hiding nothing.
All the same, we'd still like to have a look around.
Perhaps you didn't hear me. I said there's no need to investigate it anymore.
Hmm.
Evil bastard.
What? That's shady.
Now hurry and get out, I have a meeting to attend.
Okay.
Alright!
Weird ass.
Okay.
Looks like we aren't welcome.
It seems that case isn't over. Yeah! It seems that case isn't over with yet, after all.
How's it feel, Phoenix?
Fuck! You've given it to me, Emma!
Yeah, it's catchy, bitch.
Everyone's had at least one slip up now.
Yeah. What do you mean?
Chief Cat denied our request to search the crime scene. That means there must be a reason he doesn't want us looking around in there. I mean, is there anything else he might keep in his office?
Is 2 years
His dildo
over.
collection.
Collection. There are a lot of them.
There are a lot of. You mean like a clue?
There's gotta be a way we can get inside the chief's office. Phoenix now just thinking about breaking
Front
and
door.
entering.
Yeah, I mean, isn't he always?
Yeah, that's true. Alright, how are we gonna get in there? I mean, I doubt Gumshoe will be here. Oh, who knows?
Well,
Oh. Hi, Gumshoe.
Yeah.
Literally, as I said, I doubt Gumshoe
Ew.
will be around. There he is. Who wants
Debbie.
Ray, can you do a New York accent?
If you want me to embarrass myself,
Yes, I do.
I mean, always.
it's probably gonna be closer to New Jersey.
That's hey, good
That
enough.
works. I'm pretty
God.
sure the one I did when I was subbing for Meredith
least
was more New
Winter isn't here
Jersey
to
than
kill
New
me.
York.
Yeah, yeah.
At least Winter's not here to kill me.
Good point.
Hey, pal. No, that was
No.
suck.
Hey, pal.
Say you're walking here.
I'm walking here. Nope.
That's British.
Oh, British. I could take Gumshoe if you want me to.
Yes, please.
Okay, that's alright. I just
Honestly,
wanted to-
don't mind how
Oh,
bad the
Lord.
accent is, but just feel like you're.
I've
Okay.
got an accent.
It's up
That's
to you.
alright.
It's entirely up to you.
That's alright. I just want
It's
to
fine. We're fine.
not give Ray the opportunity.
Thank you, Meredith. I appreciate
No
it.
problem. I appreciate you too.
It's Dick Gumshoe, pal. Hey, pal. Oh God. Anyway,
That was more
We
fun
love
than
him.
Captain Falcon.
Captain Falcon.
Dick!
Hey, pal!
Gumshoe, punch.
Gumshoe!
Dick.
Dick kick.
Gumshoe!
Thank you.
Anyway, Detective Gumshoe, you sound a little weird. Aren't you supposed to be in a meeting? Aren't you supposed to be doing your job?
I'm just taking a breather. My feet hurt.
Me when I've been at work for like 5 minutes.
My feet hurt. I need a break.
Big mood.
From sitting so long?
Oops, sorry, I just minimized the stream.
Oh, that's alright.
Actually, I'm serving everyone coffee.
Sounds like Detective Gumshoe's still out of the loop.
It's hard, isn't it? Hard being a barista, isn't it?
Say, have either of you seen Mr. Edgeworth?
Edgeworth? No. Why do you ask? Oh my god, Ellie, because you're a barista, you can voice Godo's personal off-screen barista in Trials and Tribulations.
Yeah.
God.
Just
Okay,
throwing
that's not-
mugs of coffee
That's
every
not
time.
actually Blend 107 of yours. That's like that's Kilimanjaro Blue Mountain. Like it's this is not your personal blend. You don't have enough coffee beans for that.
My
Jesus.
god. Just give it to Godo, wow. Edgeworth? No. Why do you ask?
He's under fire for both the police department and the prosecutor's office. It's almost like the battles between you two in court.
Oh, you know, that like gay tension?
Yeah, but with
The
that
gay
sexual tension.
tension.
That sounds serious.
Is it because of what my sister said?
That's basically what it all boils down to. That falsified evidence 2 years ago. Now Mr. Edgeworth has the whole world after his blood.
Yikes!
Big yikes, said Emma.
Big yikes!
Big yikes.
But why would Edgeworth be blamed? It's not like he knew the evidence was forged. Wanda Sky is a guilty party here, isn't she? Oh, sorry, Emma.
Can you please not?
Regardless, a prosecutor is responsible for the evidence they present in court. Not only that, but as you know, there have been a lot of rumors going around about Mr. Edgeworth. His amazing talent as a prosecutor has kept him safe from those who don't like him. Not that I'm interested in him or anything, but
Mhm.
you know, I know how you do. Anyway, but
Hiding.
now, with this,
Are there really so many people who hate him? And I mean, like, both of you want to bone him really hard, so I assumed everyone else would.
Oh,
Not all men. In our world, only those with talent rise to the top. Mr. Edgeworth not only has that, but he's got a rockin' bod. I'm sorry, I'll chill. But he's...
Gumshoe, calm down for a second, alright?
He does never him! I'm not making that up.
The Edgeworth fan club is population Gumshoe.
Dick Gumshoe.
Sometimes Phoenix.
Sometimes.
Occasionally, Phoenix.
And Emma.
Oh yeah, that's true.
But he's young. There's no better recipe I know of for making enemies.
Police?
Hey, Dick, keep up the good work.
There you go.
Yes, sir!
Let's go out for lunch again sometime. My treat.
Yes, sir!
You gotta take me back to that joint sometime, okay, Dick?
Yes, sir!
It seems you don't have any problems with enemies. Does that mean he has no talent and is old?
Oh,
Poor baby.
yeah, well, careful not to stick out.
Also,
You
you
know-
apparently take a lot of the police officers in this precinct on dates.
Even though I am 6 feet wide.
I mean, it's probably the attraction. Like, people have things for, like, bears, right?
Wow.
Yeah, he's got a dad bod.
Gumshoe, yeah.
Dead butt.
Anyway, I'm a bit worried about him. Under all this pressure, I'm afraid Mr. Edgeworth just might crack. Actually, I took a look at that fire earlier, while the coffee was brewing.
He seems genuinely concerned for Edgeworth. Well, I'm not surprised. Wow.
No.
Did you find out anything?
The only evidence, not Drake, Dark left behind was tag.
Did you find anything? His final attack? You mean...
When he killed Prosecutor Marshall, who was trying to protect some girl.
some girl.
Thank you for the flashback.
Me.
It seems Detective Gumshoe never realized Emma was the girl.
That's when he left the most incriminating evidence of all.
Well, what was it?
Oh, let's see. It had something to do with the murder weapon. Oh, I forget. Look, it's all written
Oh,
somewhere in
that's
here,
great.
okay?
That's really great. Thanks very much.
That
His
is, you know,
powers
fun.
of recollection never failed to impress.
Maybe we should show him the murder weapon. Might jog his memory. It's too bad we probably don't have it.
Let's hold him at knife point.
I think we got it. Where's this one, right?
It's all about knife point.
Speak
It's
up,
fine.
bitch. I can't stop doing the Emma voice, and at this point I'm afraid to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it's this, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
well, because it says SL9.
with the tit,
I would
the
assume.
broken tit. And it does indeed say SL9.
Yeah.
About this,
Hey, is that?
it has a tag attached to it with the label SL9 incident on it. I believe this would be the broken murder weapon you were speaking of.
What are you doing with that? Ever since that case was closed, that knife's been locked away in a locker.
On that? On the day Detective Goodman was murdered, this suddenly disappeared from the locker. And was found in Mr. Edgeworth's car muffler.
That's it! Now I remember what was the incriminating... what's the incriminating piece of evidence?
Gumshoe starts just rapping.
When you showed me that knife, it all came back to me.
What have you got, Phoenix?
Well, what
A
is it,
knife!
Detective?
No!
No! Well, what is it, Detective? Quick, before you forget again!
It's the sheer race against his memory.
Joe Dark was 42 at the time of the crime. He was just your run-of-the-mill businessman.
A businessman. What made him take to serial killing?
One day on his way home from work, he hit someone with his car.
With his car? So, it was an accident?
An accident, yes. But it transformed him into an animal.
What?
And wait, like a furry way or like a
We're not going to talk about this here. Listen, furries are banned in the furry gun stream, right?
not in the good
Aw.
Christian server?
Not near good Christian stream.
Thank you.
An animal?
Killed a man that witnessed the accident. Then he killed a lady who saw the second crime. Kid walked by just then, so he killed them too. Then but the jogger came upon the kid and killed as well. Finally, he turned himself in. Oh.
Wow. Seems he was a pretty careless animal.
Of course, this is all conjecture. There wasn't a single shred of evidence.
So he turned himself in.
Bless you.
I'm still laughing.
Oh,
It's so ludicrous.
Oh,
yeah,
Lord.
he's kind of unhinged, I guess.
Might be a problem.
That awkward moment when you accidentally kill someone, so you've got to kill 4 more people.
It's like, have you guys seen American Psycho?
Oh, yeah.
So, like, one of the final scenes where, like, he kills people and then, like, he keeps killing everyone who witnesses the first killing and then spirals. Anyway, just reminded me of that. Good movie.
Maybe that's what it's based on. No.
Maybe.
Probably. It's probably a reference to that.
Which
Could
that
be,
makes me laugh as well, because the character from American Psycho photoshopped is my Phoenix Wright profile picture.
About that.
Anyway.
Oh, okay.
What?
That's fine.
Alright. I just galaxy brained.
Oh.
Yes, but in the middle of his questioning, he fled and murdered his final victim. Prosecutor Marshall. With his stupid onion head. That crime was witnessed by someone too. But luckily Dark was
Arrested? Uwu?
Arrested? Mr. Doc?
Arrested?
Arrested?
Right on the spot?
Dick Gumshoe Woo?
Wait away!
Dick Gumshoe Woo?
That crime was witnessed by someone too, but luckily Dark was arrested on the spot.
Please no.
Okay.
Please no.
Massive stream.
No. I don't even care if it's not my stream. I forbid it.
I'll reread it. The crime was witnessed by someone too, but luckily Dark was arrested on the spot. It's a good thing the last witness wasn't killed.
That last witness. AKA Amma.
Thank you, Phoenix.
Poor girl's having like PTSD flashbacks.
Yeah. This knife, it was Joe Dark's, wasn't it?
That's right. We traced it back to the store he bought it at. Plus, it had his fingerprints on it too.
But no one actually witnessed him using it to murder anyone, right?
That's where his luck ran out. When you take a good look at that knife, you'll see it's broken.
You don't have to take a good look to notice that.
Damn.
Yeah, well, anyway. Take a guess where the broken off tip of the knife was found. That's what did him in.
Where was it?
The victim, Neil Marshall, was carrying it inside his own body.
Alrighty then.
Oh.
Not
Nice.
No shit, Dick.
Hmm.
It was found deep inside the stab wound.
Did it match Dark's knife?
You bet. Down to the last fiber.
That's pretty conclusive.
Oh, we got Neil's autopsy report.
Cool.
Stabbed in
Yeah.
the back. Ouch.
Ooh.
Punctured heart and lung and a knife tip.
Oh, yikes.
And that belonged to Joe Dark.
How does that even work? Like, it's just
Ow.
down, through the heart, through... That's a long-ass fucking knife.
Well,
Um,
are your lungs right behind your heart?
Maybe they're close. I think
No.
they're close.
I don't know.
Hold
I
on,
don't
I don't know how close.
Let me look.
Okay.
Hang on.
Ray,
Okay,
Ray's just
I'm
gonna grab a
remembering
scalpel.
Insurgent Simulator. Insurgent
Wow.
Simulator.
Uh-huh.
I know, right? You
Because
always had
Surgeon
to take the rest of the
Simulator
organs out before you could get to the heart. So,
Because
Right.
Surgeon Simulator is notorious for its anatomic correctness.
yeah.
I mean,
Just throwing organs around.
that's true. They were pretty close in operation.
Mm.
Operation.
Uh,
All right. Well,
They were
Ray's on.
pretty close in operation.
What are we trying to figure out again?
How close the lungs are to the heart.
Can
I
you get
mean-
stabbed in both?
Yeah.
With the same knife?
Feasibly.
Or if the lungs are.
So a lot of the ones I'm finding, it looks like some of them like kind of hint that it's in front of the lungs, but a lot of the ones I'm seeing are it's like between the lungs. Like I'll send you the one
Pretty close,
I just
then.
found.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, especially if he was stabbed at an angle, I'm sure it could have hit both.
Yeah.
So, wow,
Stabbed at
Ace-
an angle, it does make sense.
Ace Attorney's accurate.
Okay, where to go?
For once.
For what?
I still wouldn't say accurate.
Anyway.
This
That's
is
what I
fine.
found.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Cool. Well, there you have it in a nutshell. That's all I know.
Can I ask you one more thing?
What is it? It's money you need? You should ask Chief Gant.
Yeah, I know. It's not money, but it does concern the chief. His office is a crime scene, right? It's where Prosecutor Neil Marshall was murdered.
The chief's out now, and his office is locked. But we'd like to have a look around if that's okay. It's probably not them asking, so...
Well, any detective's ID card can unlock the door.
But really?
But if I let a civilian in there, I'd be charged with breach of trust.
Breach of trust?
Simply put, I'd be canned.
Oh.
Keep it VG.
Sorry, pal.
BG.
I don't plan on getting fired because of you.
How about this ID card? It was Detective Goodman's.
Probably deactivated.
Yeah, that won't work either. The data was deleted the day he died.
Oh.
Shocker. They actually do.
Oh.
Wow.
They actually did a job.
Wow.
So in other words, Gumshoe is our only chance of getting into that office. You're coming with me. Look, I got a knife. This one.
We got a knife! I wonder if there's something we could show him that would make him change his mind.
Yeah, the knife.
The knife!
The knife!
I don't think we have anything we could show him that would make him change his mind. I think so. Can we show you your boss's face?
Yeah, look
Do
at
it
your...
for him.
Look at him! Look at his weird ass
Smile.
face! Do it for your boy!
Can we spray the luminol in here?
It's
I don't know if there's anything to
on
find.
his eyes.
Spray it on everything.
Spray it in their eyes and then run.
There's probably nothing in here. Let me spray the blue badger. Yeah, no.
He causes pain.
Okay, so where shall we go? Should we just wander around, I guess?
I mean, we've got to show him something, right?
What are you thinking?
Show him everything.
We'll just go over.
Let me have a look at the
boy.
evidence.
Show him some white powder.
Show him the powder.
We got cocaine! We've got cocaine! Yeah!
Hooray!
Got a screwdriver.
We've got a screwdriver. That could be a good weapon.
Yeah, we're loaded with possible weapons.
I have no idea.
Got the glove. Got the unstable jar.
Me.
Weird.
That's
It's
so weird.
So weird, isn't it? Fingerprints, they're probably useless. The video, here's Blue Badger. Got the photo. I don't know if, anything like that would help.
Maybe
What?
try the
Hello.
photo.
Do it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Do it.
YOLO? I doubt. Yeah.
Nope.
Let me share a little advice with you as a detective. You don't have a clue. Keep your trap shut. Wow.
I'll keep that in mind.
Sheesh.
Yikes.
Yikes.
Alright, well, that was a no.
Hmm. Oh, you can actually read this. Okay. Single stab wound. He died from blood loss in under 10 minutes, and the weapon found in the wound was missing the clip. There you go. Maybe if we go around, we'll get something else.
Yeah, we'll have a look.
Not Lana.
That'd be something.
We just came from here. Never mind.
Wow.
We're
Nobody
trying.
Here. Nobody here.
Anything?
Pay Edgeworth a
What's going
visit.
on?
Sophie Edwards.
Edgeworth, are you here?
Edgeworth.
Can we see you,
Is he
boy?
here?
Rules.
I wonder if Edgeworth is back yet.
Yes!
Yeah, go kiss
Boy-
your boy.
Boyfriend time.
It looks like he's writing something with his fancy ass quill.
Oh yeah, he's got a quill and fountain pen. I forgot about that.
Will I stick with this?
Who was doing what?
I
I mean, I can do it if you
is
want.
there anyone you want, Ray? Because you have had the police guy so
Vibe
far.
him.
Yeah, just straight vibing.
I mean, if you're cool with that, it's up to you.
Yeah.
Cool. I mean,
So
I
I
can-
go ahead then.
yeah.
Okay.
Whatever.
What are you doing here?
He sure was quick to throw that paper on the floor. Oh,
Not
here
even
it
in the
is.
waste paper, Professor, just
no.
straight up on the floor.
Edgeworth's the litterer.
Ugh.
Tough day in court, huh?
I've had to live the past 2 years with rumours flying around. What's another allegation to me?
Cheer up, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm writing for you.
That's Edgeworth for you. Always trying to hide his real feelings. He's sincere. Is he? Is that what that means? He's sincere?
What?
He's what?
Sincere? Sincere?
Are you trying to say to Sundari?
To Sundari?
Tsundere?
Is he Sundari? I've gone my whole life thinking that's how you pronounce that.
I had no idea what you were trying to say. I thought you were having a
Really?
stroke.
Me
to Sundari!
No.
You know what that means, right?
Sundari.
Oh, thanks to the diagram, Ray. I didn't even notice that.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, Tsundere. Aaron.
Tsundere. My apologies. It's Tsundere.
R.I.P.
No, it's not. Don't pronounce the T.
Tsundere.
No, you don't pronounce the T.
Anyway. Enough is enough.
Yeah.
So, what do you want? Unlike some people, I didn't have all day.
Ooh.
Damn. Didn't ask for that, Edgeworth.
Well, now you're getting it.
R.I.P.
Should we have a look at what he was writing?
Sure.
Yeah. Was it a love note?
I wonder what
Is
he
it
was
for
writing
me?
before.
Come on, Mr. Wright. Let's take a look.
Well, Edgeworth is right here.
Are you crazy? Edgeworth's sitting right there.
He's just watching them and listening to this conversation. Like, God fucking know it.
Just distract him. I'll check it out. Just smooch him in a corner or something.
Wait, Apollo and Trucy literally did the exact same thing to Clavier once. Hey, Edgeworth. Is Detective Gumshoe at the window there? Oh no! He's falling to the ground!
Hold on. First, let me see what this girl's doing crawling around my feet.
He didn't even look.
What? Letter.
If you're having trouble reading, I'll read it for you.
Ouch.
It says, letter of resignation.
Oh.
Resignation? Edgeworth, you don't mean...
I'm tired, right? I feel as if something inside me has died.
Poem about
Mr.
it.
Edgeworth, None of it is your fault.
I look, Meredith is maybe alive again. Hi, Canopia.
Maybe Meredith is alive again.
Yeah, it's debatable.
Hi.
I know the path I've walked. You don't need to tell me. And the path I've walked hasn't been a just one. I can't forgive myself for what I've done. And no one else should forgive me either.
Uh-oh, I think he's serious.
Mr. Wright, please, you have to do something.
This letter of resignation, I wonder if I can use it for anything. So I'm gonna take it.
Mine now.
Eyebrows.
I know.
Eyebrows.
Edgeruff doesn't
nudge,
mind.
nudge.
Yeah.
Elbow in the ribs.
But first, we shall have a chat with
First, we have
Edgeruff.
to talk to Edgy.
We gotta talk to the boy.
There's no excuse for what I've done. 2 years ago, I used false evidence to obtain a guilty verdict. That's what it all breaks down to. Then nothing I can do can nothing I do can erase that fact.
He's talking about Googling Steel Samurai porn. I see.
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh dear, Edgeworth.
Oh, lordy.
I'm not even going to justify that with a response.
He's at least been on AO free.
He writes it. Are you kidding me? On AO3? Oh. But you didn't know.
Baseless allegations.
It's literally open on your computer.
Oh, really? Really? Huh? Well, who's Ruffles for Justice 92?
22.
Bastards.
But you didn't know, did you? Edgeworth and Maya are best friends on the Steel Samurai Discord, and they have no idea.
Absolutely.
I mean, that the evidence was falsified.
Oh, excuse me.
It's alright, you
The
don't
police
get tired,
department and the
Edgeworth.
prosecutor's office share a bond of trust. If that bond is broken, we stand to lose everything. The police department's error is my error. My responsibility as the prosecutor in charge. That fact remains the same, no matter what excuses I might have.
Mr. Edgeworth?
I take pride in my work. So tell me why. Why has it all come to this?
Even Edgeworth can't keep this kind of emotion bottled up. Are you up for the trial tomorrow?
First last year's trial, now this one. It seems all you two is worry about me.
Oops.
Gay.
To be honest, you're getting on my nerves.
But Mr. Edgeworth, he's your boyfriend! You can't just walk out on the trial.
Tomorrow is the last day. It's too late to change prosecutors. I'll bet that's what my superiors are banking on. I never thought that case would come back to haunt me like this.
What do you mean?
The list of evidence. It seems too short. Most lists run twice as long.
It's only half as long as most lists. That is odd.
After Neil Marshall was murdered, I became prosecutor for that case. I may not have been part of the investigation, but I knew what to do. Use the evidence I was given to prove the suspect guilty. That was really the only thing on my mind at the time.
Say, we just saw a picture taken around that time.
A picture. Something seems strange about it. I guess I'll show it to him before we forget, because that will happen. Where is it? There it is. This picture was hanging on the wall in Chief Gant's office. We've got it with us.
Look at this photograph.
Prosecutor... Oh. Sorry.
Prosecutor Neil Marshall. He just started making a name for himself. Looks like this was taken when he received the King of Prosecutors trophy.
Speaking of that, there's something that bothers me.
Yes.
the trophy Mr. Marshall is holding. It's a little different than yours.
Yes, you're right. Ah, I remember now.
Remember what?
That was what the official prosecutor's trophy looked like until 2 years ago. There's a story behind its design.
The story?
Sounds interesting. Would you mind telling it to us?
It's simple, really. Contradiction. That's what the award's based on.
Prediction.
Ooh. Fancy.
Fancy. Could you tell us again about what happened that day? The day Detective Goodman was murdered. You were participating in a ceremony over at the station, right?
Apologies. Sorry.
My mum went to IKEA with me for furniture, and I spent 15 minutes trying to convince her that I have plenty of wall decoration, 12 posters, but 10 of those are Star Trek maps, one's an Undertale poster, and one's Gonzo drinking water with the text "Stay hydrated" in Comic Sans. Wow.
That feels like a math problem. Like,
yeah, it reads like a math problem.
Knippy has 12 posters, and 10 of them are Star Trek maps.
Okay, I didn't see that in chat for some reason, and I just heard Aaron just start rambling off like, what the hell are you going on about? Are you okay?
Yeah, good.
Goodness.
Sorry, I just hallucinated all of that. Why did I say that? Why am I speaking in the Phoenix voice?
I don't know.
I just can't stop. Oh no.
I never cared for ceremonies,
Lou, fuck.
but I had to attend that one.
Because you were awarded this?
Those receiving awards can't exactly skip out from the ceremony. I finished up at the office in the morning, then drove over to the police department.
You finished up at the office? Why does that sound,
Finished up.
Yes, just odds and ends, clerical stuff. I didn't plan on returning to the office that day. That is, until I was asked to take something back.
Take something back?
This.
Oh yeah, Chief Gant. Chief Gant asked you to hold on to that, didn't he?
Yes, this was a piece of evidence in a case that was closed half a year ago. He asked me to bring it back to the prosecutor's office.
That's the story we heard yesterday. So you came back here to the prosecutor's office because the chief asked you to?
That's right.
Okay.
This award originates from an ancient Chinese tale. In Chinese, the word contradiction is written with two characters. The first means halberd, and the second means shield. Have you heard the story?
Me? Oh, sure. Everyone knows that. Why don't you tell it, though, for Emma's sake? Sure.
Very well. We're conducting a cross-examination for some reason.
Yeah, we are. The music. Suddenly everyone's humming the music.
It's a jam.
The music has that power.
Long ago, in the kingdom of Chu, there was an arms merchant. One day, he presented the king with two items. The first was a halberd he claimed could slice through any shield or armor. The second was a shield he claimed could withstand any weapon.
Wait a
Contradiction.
minute. Objection! Those claims contradict each other.
Very perceptive. But then again, you've heard this story before, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Anyway, as you mentioned, the very descriptions of these items discredit them both. When the king pointed this out, the merchant was left speechless. And thus, the Chinese word for contradiction was born.
Oh, is that it for the music?
Very dramatic.
Yeah.
It was very dramatic.
Oh, I see. So the chipped shield and broken knife symbolize...
Precisely so. They symbolize the merchant's items. The ancient tale ends with the merchant at a loss for words. But it's in our nature to pursue matters to their conclusion. Even if it results in something as ugly as this.
Wow, thanks, Mr. Edgeworth. You learned something new today.
That's funny. If that's so, then why were you only given a shield?
You'll have to ask Chief Gant. 2 years ago, he had the halberd part of the award abolished.
Chief Gant? 2 years ago?
That doesn't sound suspicious at all.
Not at all.
Don't be suspicious,
right.
don't be suspicious, don't be suspicious, don't be suspicious, don't be suspicious.
My god, Edgeworth's handwriting.
Oh lord.
Fancy AF.
Barely
Fancy
looks-
fucking motherfucker.
Yeah.
It's at the bottom, Bill.
Is that MIL?
Hey, Leia, it looks like he was halfway through doing his
He's
thing.
writing his
Oh, yeah,
name
that's
really,
true.
really big.
Yeah.
He can write his own name like a grown-up.
He's allowed. He was going to do an E, I guess, and an S, and then probably this whole space was for Edgeworth.
Yeah, right.
Hang on.
What does
Nothing
it
on the
say?
back. Alright.
Ah.
Good idea to check, always.
Due to recent events, I hereby announce my resignation as public prosecutor.
He really wrote a resignation letter.
Wow, even when resigning, Mr. Edgeworth is cool and concise. Still, it wasn't his fault.
Someone has to be held responsible. That's how it is in the grown-up world. Emma.
Yeah, Emma. I mean, yeah, me. Yeah, but that responsibility means nothing if he just quits.
Well, not everyone sees it that way.
To truly take responsibility, you should have to work the rest of your life for no pay.
That's one tough grown-up world there. Damn.
That's a lot. Holy fuck.
What? Oh dear. Okay. So we should probably show that to someone, right? Oh. Emma's inner voices
Okay,
have returned.
before we do this, can I go and pee, please?
Yes.
Yeah, we need to pee.
Probably a good idea.
Let us
Right.
live.
Break time. Break
Break
time, lads.
time.
Break
I
time.
might go
Yeah.
grab a
See you on
drink
the
as
tick.
well and take
Go get some blackcurrant juice.
Yeah.
Love you too,
Okay,
Meredith.
see y'all in a tick.
Bye.
Right, see you on a tip. Bye.
Bye.
Yo.
Hello?
Hello, I'm back. I've returned.
Hello. Welcome back.
Thank you. Did I beat everyone else?
Well, I just came back, so you
I
beat the other
technically never
two.
left.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, I think,
Okay.
I
Oh,
think Tony was the only one that didn't leave. I've just been
I
sitting
see.
here on mute.
fair enough. Hello.
Oh,
Oh no, Kinepina, why are your ears bleeding? Oh, okay, I guess I shouldn't have asked that until I read the end of that sentence. Just no apparent reason. That's a shame. I'm sorry.
Hello, I have cheese and crackers.
you have cheese and crackers,
And
fuck
crackers?
yeah!
That's crazy.
Is- Meredith's going insane with her snack.
You're off the
I'm out of
fucking
control.
chain.
Oh, you know me.
Eat like 30 Starbursts like real Americans.
Oh my
Wow.
god.
I've eaten so many Starbursts in the last,
You're valid. I just need actual food.
I do as well, I just don't feel like making any right now, so
Mhm.
Are you perhaps crackers about cheese, Meredith?
Oh, I
Yeah.
am. I could eat cheese for the rest of my life.
Fantastic.
Same!
Wow.
Oh, it's so good. I just love
Same cheese hat.
Same cheese hat.
Cheesy hat?
Yes. It's like
Wow.
the Wisconsin hats.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about now.
It's okay.
It's an American thing.
Yeah. You wouldn't get it
I wouldn't get it.
because you're not American.
Am I not?
No, I promise you're not.
Oh.
Keep trying, though, buddy.
Are you telling me Phoenix doesn't sound American? Oh no.
I mean, your American accent isn't that bad.
Okay,
It's
but,
really not.
okay, so my Phoenix accent is alright, but my American accent,
I mean,
that's
it's
kind
literally.
of bad.
That's
Yeah.
kind of bad.
I can't do an American accent, I
That
can do
was
Phoenix,
an
right?
atrocity.
Yeah.
Yep, and the bed.
Yeah, can you prove that I'm not American? That's how it works in this world.
Very much so.
Say my
Very
name, Aaron.
easily.
Say my name.
Real
What,
easily.
Meredith?
Fucking hell.
Yeah, there you
How do
go.
you say my last name, Aaron?
Paif.
Beef.
Hey!
Safe.
Paif.
Close.
Pef. How do you say it?
It's Paith.
Paif. Yes, that's what I said.
No F.
There's no answer. I say thanks.
I. Oh,
Thanks.
Thank you very much.
Thank
do you say free instead of three?
Three.
If
The number
how
three.
okay, say thanks, Meredith Paith. For me.
Thanks,
I just need to
Meredith
hear that.
Paif.
I love it. I love
Listen,
it.
we can't pronounce the THs.
I'll have
Apparently
to
not.
listen to this part back, I guess.
Oh.
My
You
dad always
guys
told
are-
me it was a
oh.
lisp. Like he always really got really on at me about like the fact I couldn't pronounce my THs, and I'm like, I'm sorry.
You know,
Oh,
it's just the way I say pants.
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 Mhm.
I don't know why I
Pants.
say it like that, I just do.
Pants.
I
But
can't say pants.
you gotta make it like 3 syllables long.
It's
Gotta
you
be
just
just pants.
suddenly
Pants.
go mid southern for all of us.
Like, I'll just be talking like this and I go pants.
Pants.
Really just explain it.
For one sentence. I mean, we do say pants in like Warrington, but like it's
Pants.
like
Pants.
it's weird. I don't pants. It's-
If I slight accent, I
Well,
don't say
pants.
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 When I just
Pants
try
is
to
a word.
Pants.
It just means something different over here.
yeah.
Well, yeah.
Oh dear.
We
Oh, Lordy.
call trousers pants. They call underwear pants.
Yeah. Oh, really? I didn't know in Ireland it was.
No, it's
Oh.
the same
Nope,
here.
it was correct.
Oh,
We
beautiful.
call it trousers. We use pants for trousers as well.
Oh,
Oh,
cool.
right,
Right
I
on.
didn't know that.
That's weird.
Ireland's
Oh.
correct. Got it. Got it.
Yeah.
Ireland's correct.
Happy
Yep.
from Ireland. Chill.
So Meredith is very much in agreement that it's
I
a bit
want-
of a stupid.
We're
stupid
not having
association.
the language debate here again.
Every single day.
Correct.
I mean, at least we all say potato, right?
Yes.
Nobody says potato.
Correct.
If you say
I've
potato,
ever
same way
met.
as Gamgee manifests
Potato,
in your
and
house.
I like
and breaks your knees.
potato.
To this day, I still don't understand that song because I literally
You like
never heard
tomato,
someone.
and I like tomato. You like potato, and I like potato.
Nobody
The song
does.
makes no sense, and I'm blocking it from my memory. Thank you.
Like who have any of you ever met someone who actually says potato? in
Potato.
their-
Yeah.
No.
If I did, I
I've
would
heard
leave.
someone call them tatties. That's
Oh no!
No.
I've heard
I don't
taters.
like that. That's one step away from
Scottish.
titties.
They're taters.
Like even we don't call them tatties.
tatties. Well, God,
Like, we-
it's something. There's like a
even-
dish called
yeah.
something in
Half
tatties.
the
Hold on, let me look it
time
up.
we don't even call them potatoes. We just call them spuds.
Potatoes.
Spuds, I
I
see.
I feel like I'm getting like it's tatties and mints. No, neeps and tatties. That is.
Oh, that's Scottish.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Horrible.
Thanks, Steiny.
I was no, it
Oh,
was just
yeah, I was
my
thinking
brain.
that.
My
Tony.
brain was working through trying to remember where that comes from.
That's
Thank
okay.
you,
No,
Yeah.
Steiny and Tony sound the same in Aaron's.
Tiny is correct,
Mhm.
and I love her.
Boil and mash them, stick them in a stew. Potatoes. Ugh.
Potatoes.
Sure.
If you say potato wrong, Samwise Gamgee manifests in your house and breaks your knees.
Ah.
I thought you said Sam
Tweeting that.
and I'm like,
tweeting that.
What did you
Very,
say?
very much does not make the rules.
Samwise
Like-
Genji?
like oh,
Samwise
Okay.
Genji?
I have to make that the stream title for my next Overwatch stream.
Yeah.
Genji.
You're gonna have to
Samwise
play.
Genji?
You're gonna have to
Even
play
though I
Genji
don't play
though.
Genji. I don't
Yeah.
play Genji. I am a DPS main, but I don't play Genji.
Genji is horrible. That's why.
What's his actual last name? I've forgotten.
Shimada.
Gamgee.
Gamgee.
Oh
No,
G-A-M-
Gangee, right?
oh.
G-A-M-G-E-E, yes. Gamgee.
Yeah.
Not
Oh,
Shimada.
I thought we were still talking about Genji.
No.
Time to stop talking about him.
Yeah. Okay. Let's leave that in the past.
Are we all ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh god, who's doing Angel Star now?
Ooh, good. That's
did you want to do
right.
Angel Star?
There she is.
There she be.
Take Angel, Ray.
Okay. Would either of you care for a quarter pound of roast beef?
Miss Star. I guess she's out of lunches.
You certainly are the curious sort, aren't you? Kinda like the first person who sucked a cow's nipple to discover milk. I hate that I had to say that!
That's not how that works.
Why did I have to say those words?
That is a very
I'm pretty
curious.
sure that's not how that happened.
God.
Ask Luke Skywalker.
Oh no.
Still, I never thought you'd go digging up that case from 2 years ago.
Everyone in this trial was involved in the SL9.
Babe, you spelled
incident.
Gamgee wrong.
Motherfucker!
There's an
You
M,
spell
not
it-
an N.
Yeah, you spell it
M.
Genjie. That's how you. Jie? I spelled Genji wrong.
Well, now I can't. Now I want to delete it, but also it's been liked 3 times and you retweeted it, you bastard.
I'm pretty sure everyone knows what you mean.
Ellie dear.
Fucking fight me, okay? I'm having a hard day. I love you. No, you don't. You bully me.
You bully me, it's fair.
You bully me more.
I'm just mean. I'm just a mean
You're so
person.
mean.
Oh dear. Yeah, we're doing just as well as always.
As always.
Not only that, but the murder occurred on the very day the evidence from that case was due for transferal. It can't all be attributed to mere coincidence.
Aren't you forgetting something? You know, that little scene I happened to witness?
The instant Lana stabbed Detective Goodman with a knife.
No matter how much of the past you dig up, it won't change what I saw. Roast beef is meant to be savored when eaten.
Miss Star's hatred towards Lana. It all dates back to 2 years ago, Imagine if you had the hair where you could just flick your head and all of a sudden your parting's on the other side.
Different person. Yeah. That's just annoying. I've had that before. It's not fun.
Right.
During my emo phase.
Yeah.
My mom would never let me get my hair cut like that.
We've got the sad music.
I still have that haircut.
Joe Dark. That's a name I'll not soon forget. We trailed him for half a year. Oh, the pressure. Still, I don't think I was ever more alive than I was then. Those days were steamier than a bowl of hot gravy. Poor old Jake Marshall, though, must have been going through hell.
You mean because of his brother's death?
They were close, those two. After Neil died, something took over Jake. He became obsessed. Seeing Jake like that made her all the more desperate.
What?
What?
What did she say?
You said something took over Marshall, and I'm like, Satan!
Oh! I thought you said same. I was like,
Same. That's what I thought you
Moot. Yeah, same. I got took over too.
Her.
On the sky.
My sister?
Sorry, I totally zoned out.
That's fine.
The best of the best were put on the SL9 case. Of course, they were led by that legendary duo.
Ah, yes. Emma?
Lana and Chief Kent.
Ooh.
Legendary pair was the reason we were able to keep up our investigation. That's why we were so shocked over how it turned out.
You mean with the forging of the evidence?
Don't get me wrong, Joe Dark got what he deserved. Still, it was obvious the evidence produced in court was being manipulated. Items our team never found would suddenly appear, while other items were kept secret.
But you don't have proof anything illegal was done.
I'm proof enough of what happened. After that case, all of us save Goodman were relieved of our duties. Most without even so much as an explanation.
How suspicious.
Then Lana Skye transferred to the prosecutor's office and became chief prosecutor.
What is happening with Meredith's audio?
Yeah, you
Oh.
okay, Meredith?
Yeah? Do I sound weird?
Oh. You sound okay
No, you
now,
just,
it's just...
cut in randomly, like.
Oh, I've been muting my mic to eat my cheese and crackers.
Oh, I see. It sounded like you just cut in from
Genius.
right ear only. And said,
Oh.
that's suspicious.
I'm
Left.
sorry. Oh no, I've been muting and unmuting my mic.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fine.
Okay.
Sorry.
It's fine.
Okay, thanks. Continue.
Lana always wanted to be a prosecutor. Sorry.
No, I was wondering if we said that.
Nothing's quite as simple as it appears.
Huh?
Lana Skye was merely being used as a pawn. That's my take on the matter.
She was being used?
Damon Gant and Lana Skye. Gant led the investigation, with Lana second in command. They were the best.
They solved all kinds of cases together, didn't they?
Damon Gant's magnetism in particular was almost unreal.
His animal magnetism.
Yucky.
Wow.
That's horrible.
Solidarity, that's horrible.
I say.
His magnetism?
By that, I mean his ability to attract evidence.
Oh, sorry, I thought you had another boyfriend.
He produced the most incredible evidence in the cases he handled.
Incredible evidence. You mean...
Oh yes. There were rumors about him even back then. No one dared confront him, though.
I take it she's talking about forged evidence.
No shit. Back then, everyone looked up to Lana. All the detectives wanted to be like her.
Really?
Oh yes. Myself included. I was a fool, really. She hated anything crooked, and always watched out for the other detectives. That's why she was so concerned for Jake.
Mr. Marshall.
When Jake's brother was murdered, she felt as if she'd lost her own brother. If it wasn't for her, I don't think Jake would have ever recovered from his shock. That's what makes it all the more infuriating.
Miss Starr.
That's why I'll never be able to forgive her. Why did she have to turn so cold after that?
Yikes.
Lana transferred to the prosecutor's office 2 years ago, didn't she?
Thanks to Chief Gant's powerful influence.
Chief?
That's right. Having solved the SL9 case, his position as chief was secured. There was only one thing left for him to control. And then no one could stand in his way. Prosecutor's office?
What? You mean that's why Lana was transferred?
If he could control the chief prosecutor, he could control the prosecutor's office. That must have been his goal all along.
But how could he control Lana?
I don't know, but one thing's for sure. Ever since that case ended, she'd never been the same. It's only logical to conclude. There must have been a reason for her change.
At last. I'm finally getting close to the bottom of this ugly mess. Thank you, Miss Starr.
You listen to me, rookie. It takes more than just ingredients to create fine cuisine. Hope you turn out to be a better chef than I've been. Why did my brain wanted to say what? My brain wanted to say chief
Yeah, I thought that as
and
well.
chef at the same time. Like, incorrect.
That's not how that
Chef.
works. Chav?
Chef.
Interesting.
Chav,
We're getting close to the bottom of this police corruption business, aren't we?
Yeah! I wish it was the same case in real life.
Oh,
no.
hi, Gumshoe.
I have
We get
cheese and cracker
political.
mouth.
Oh, no.
You good?
No, it's okay. I just had food in my mouth.
No
I'm good.
rush. We can. I don't know.
No, I'm good. It's all good. I'm
Twiddle
good.
our thumbs.
Food gone.
Okay.
Food gone.
Food's goblin.
Yep. Oh, you're back.
You're still here.
I gotta make 150.
Why is that really funny to me? I'm back. You're still here.
You're still here? I gotta make 150 copies of these files. Wow, my accent just went really weird. Brewing coffee, copying files. I'm turning into a regular DJ.
You're a DJ as well?
If I'm not mistaken, I think he means desk jockey.
Oh, that DJ.
I gotta admire your persistency, but my answer's still no. I'm not letting you in the chief's office, period. It'd be my neck on the line.
That office is the last crime scene in the SL9 incident. I have to take a look in there.
There's gotta be something you can do to make the detective change his mind. I
I wonder.
Maybe it's on his boyfriend's resignation letter.
Oh dear.
What's this crumpled up piece of paper? No way! Mr. Edgeworth can't be serious!
Is he ever not serious?
I can't believe they pushed him to this. I can't believe they pushed him this far.
I don't blame you for not being able to talk, Edgeworth. It's okay. Edgeworth
It's
Gumshoe.
fine.
Oh.
Wow, no one can talk now.
No one can
Disaster
talk
liars.
now.
Mr. Edgeworth really feels responsible.
When I first met him, I thought he was cold as ice too. But I know different now. He's a hot lover.
Oh boy, I wasn't expecting that.
I can't stop. He trusted us detectives to provide him with sound evidence. We betrayed him.
Oh, sorry.
Eh,
I didn't mean to press the button.
That's fine.
That's it. I've made up my mind.
But-
Here, take my ID card.
We can't do that. If someone found out,
they wouldn't let you off the hook for another lost item report.
Look at me. It's no secret I'm already out of the loop. After all, I'm friends with Mr. Edgeworth. Depending on how this case turns out, I might already be as good as terminated.
what?
So at least let me do this. For Mr. Edgeworth's sake.
Alright, detective. Thank you.
I like how Phoenix, showed him the letter to manipulate him, and it was like, oh, you don't have to do
You can't
it.
do that.
No, you can't do it.
Wow. Well, I'll take Gumshoe's ID.
Mm-hmm.
God,
It's
we have so
fine.
much
We can probably
stuff.
find it later. We have a lot of stuff.
We do. Hi.
He is so wide.
He's very wide.
He's very
He's
big.
so that.
He's a wide load.
built like that?
I feel like if Gumshoe didn't become a detective, he was going to be a football player.
Right?
Yeah.
Maybe
American
under
football.
his jacket, he's actually really tiny. But
Yeah, it's all
I
padding.
feel like he is, because doesn't he live right on the red line? Canonically,
Huh?
doesn't he
Oh.
live on the red line canonically?
Yeah. He can only afford noodles and stuff. Instant noodles.
He
Love
must be
him.
a rake under that jacket.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who knows? Who knows? Okay.
Oh lord.
Well, I guess we'll head back to the chief's office.
Yeah.
Here it goes, Mr. Wright.
Small head Gumshoe.
Mhm.
What we got in?
We ran.
Hey, there's that knife.
Hey, it's
the
a knight.
same. Yeah, it's the same knight from the picture.
Knight. Oh,
Knight.
you said knight. I heard knife.
Oh, sorry. Well, he has got a
How
knife.
dare you?
He's got a
He's got a
halberd, I
knife.
guess.
I think that's the same
There it
thing
is.
too.
Yeah. Oh.
Oops.
If anyone finds us now,
Detective Gumshoe's a goner.
Oh, sorry. I thought it was fireworks, and I
You
was
okay?
like, what? "Yeah, no, I
Oh,
thought it was
fireworks.
fireworks, but it's 6:30 and still light out, so I don't know
Seems
what
to be
that's
a lot
all
of that
about."
happening
I've been
lately.
hearing
Isn't the
fireworks
fourth not
all
until
day.
Friday?
Yeah. What? What, Tony?
Isn't the fourth not until Saturday?
Oh yeah, no, people are just really bored and have been firing
Uh-huh.
off fireworks for weeks because there's nothing else to do, and they're illegal in Massachusetts. But people like doing illegal stuff anyway.
yay!
Pretty criminals.
Yeah, be gay, do crimes, except not fireworks.
Crimes.
Yeah,
Fuck fireworks.
I know, right?
Hmm.
If that happens, I'm counting on you to bail me out. Ah!
I love how they just did not notice him.
Yeah.
He came with them the whole way from the Criminal Affairs Department
Yeah.
up
Did
to
you
the
not
council.
notice him? He's huge.
I'm a
He's
master
sneaky.
of stealth, buddy.
Sorry, I thought you were a ghost.
You know, like Drax has mastered the art of standing so still, he's completely invisible.
Oh yeah.
That's Gumshoe.
Gumshoe is a very good analog to Drax, to be fair.
Yeah.
Large and in charge.
I love that.
I didn't even know you could slap a ghost.
One thing I'm disappointed in here is that he didn't have just the imprint of Emma's hand on his cheek at the
Oh,
other
yeah. I mean, Phoenix has got the imprint of Pearl's hand on his cheek enough.
Yeah. Oof.
Detective Gumshoe, what are you doing sneaking up on us like that?
I wasn't sneaking. I was just worried something might go wrong. So I came to.
If you're here, then what's the point in giving us your ID card? Gumshoe's ID crushed and rendered unusable.
Oh lord, he still needs that.
Hey, don't do that to my card.
Oops.
My card.
I don't know why I
Phoenix just destroyed it.
Don't pay attention to my accent turning southern.
It's fine, it's just the ghost of Lotta Hart.
I guess so.
Hi there!
Okay.
She's wherever there's a scoop to be found.
Oh god. I hardly ever get a chance to come in here. So I figured I'd have a look around myself.
Lotta, no. Quick.
Who had the gun?
Besides, we're all in this together now.
Lotta's hiding in that suit of armor. You just can't tell.
Lana's under the coat.
Oh my god. That's why he's
That's
so
all
bulky.
the Gumshoe's extra pants. Yeah.
There's just some
Gumshoe is just multiple Lana hearts in a trench coat.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Lord. Ugh, you really do want to get fired, don't you?
Slight spoilers, but there is this scene in Investigations 2 where Lotta Hart is just hid in a suit of armor.
Oh my god!
Wow.
So that could really be her over there.
Funny.
Oh my goodness.
Anyway.
Not if we're lucky. Now come on, let's see what we can find out.
I've got a bad feeling about this. It's not a lot.
Yeah.
This is Star Wars.
I got a bad feeling about this. Bad feeling about this.
That that desk on the other side of the room, was that your sister's?
Yeah, that's where I was waiting for Lana. On that day 2 years ago.
Is anyone using it now?
No, sir. This is entirely Chief Gant's office now. He practices a strict policy of preserving the crime scene.
That's a strange reason to leave it there, especially when he wouldn't let us investigate it.
Yeah.
Yep.
He leaves that as a warning to everyone else. He wants us to always be alert. He told us so himself at our New Year's party. Party?
Wordy.
Of course, he was pretty intoxicated at the time.
I see. I wonder what that's like.
I know, right?
Wow, drunk Gant. So ever since Lana left, no one touches that desk?
No one except Chief Gant. And the cleaning lady who's here every morning.
Still, 2 years have passed since that incident. There can't possibly be any clues remaining.
Yeah, so why did we break in here?
Can I ask you something?
Sure.
You only came here to look around, right? Because it's one of the SL9 crime scenes. I mean, that's your only reason for coming here, isn't it?
Why do you ask?
You don't think. Nah, you wouldn't be. No. No, there's no way. Never mind. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Now then, let's look around a bit more.
Hey, hold on! Not so fast, buddy.
Huh? What is it?
When somebody tells you don't worry about it, supposed to stop bothering you, pal. You don't just let it go at that.
Sorry. This guy's starting to get on my nerves.
She's ready to have a fucking conniption over here.
Okay, so what's bothering you?
You two don't think Chief Gant might be a suspect, do you?
What? He's right, Mr. Wright. He is right, Mr. Wright. What
They
do
love
we
that.
think of him? I hate it. I hate it so much.
Chief Gant. So it's finally come to this. What do I think of him? Oh, he's alright, I guess.
He's okay.
Creepy.
Not that creepy. Pauses weirdly between sentences.
Boy.
It's fine.
Stares into your soul, you know.
Yeah.
Perhaps it's best I don't divulge my feelings yet.
Your
Maybe don't say it like that.
feelings.
Nice. Feelings. There you go. Ignore me again.
Right, so... they're gonna merge the two D&D groups so there's members of the Mafia with Good Boy Axe Slippers. Yeah, that sounds fine. Nothing could go wrong, right?
That sounds about
I
like
have
we
questions.
merged our D&D groups.
Oh Lord. Oh no.
This is the real deal, isn't it? This armor and these weapons.
Sure is, pal. Chief doesn't care for imitations.
First the pipe organ, and now this armor. Do you know how many taxpayer dollars must have gone into this room?
Hey, Cab!
Oh, boy.
Suddenly socially conscious.
What? You mean we're paying for this? Radicalize the child. That's it. I'm not paying 1 cent of my taxes.
Yes, tax evasion!
You don't have any taxes to pay, Emma.
Shh! Careful what you say. Who knows? The Chief may be hiding in this armor as we speak.
I don't think he'd fit in there. He's wide.
Like me.
He's a wide boy.
Not as wide as me, pal.
Ooh.
Emma?
Even if he did, he'd never be able to get back out.
It's fine. What is-
Cut it out. You guys don't know how scary that guy can be.
what is
That's
this?
concerning
Is this a
considering he's the
telephone?
chief of police. I think so.
Or desk lamp.
Yeah.
Wow, look at the size of Chief Gant's desk. Maybe he's compensating for something.
Same brain cell.
Speaking of that, when we were here earlier,
Oh, it's you two.
Chief Gant! He put that paper he was reading in his desk. I wonder what he was reading.
This looks like a list of evidence.
A list of evidence.
Yeah, what I just said.
Let me repeat what you said with a question mark.
Great. Good job, pal.
That's what being a lawyer is.
Good talk, buddy. In most cases, the list runs twice as long as this, though.
I feel like I've heard this somewhere before.
Hey, look at the case name.
Huh? SL9 incident? I wonder what this is doing here.
Hold on, detective. What did you just say?
I said, I wonder what...
No, about evidence lists. Normally they're twice as long.
That's right. I guess there wasn't a lot of evidence.
Half-size list of evidence. Let me flashback just in case you forgot.
A list of evidence. It seems too short. Most lists run twice as long.
What would the other half of the list be doing here?
Hmm.
I don't know, maybe hiding it from someone?
wonder what.
Perchance? I knew it! The chief must be hiding something about that case.
It would appear so. List of evidence. It was ripped in half, so this part's all I've got. Also, does this desk look a bit like a courtroom bench?
A little bit.
Slightly. Tiny bit.
Maybe just
Interesting.
rip
Just
it out
smaller.
of the
Yeah. Oh my god, what is this? Phoenix Wright copy pasta? Chief
usual.
Gant is a bitch-ass motherfucker! He pissed on my fucking attorney's badge and he said his rule of evidence book is this big and I said that's disgusting, so I'm making a call-out post on my flip phone. Gant has a small dick, it's about the size of this autopsy report. Guess what? Mine looks like poop! That's right, baby! All solid proof! No updates, no parrots, it's like 2 murderers and a thief!
Dear
Golly.
fucking
Oh my god.
lord.
pissed on my fucking badge, so I'm gonna piss on the police department. Oh my god.
No! No!
No, Polly, I'm so sorry.
No!
You good?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm vibing.
Okay.
Vibing! Straight vibing!
I tried to
Right.
fit my cheese in my mini fridge, but it doesn't fit, so I'm sad.
Oh,
no.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Pain.
It's okay,
Sorry.
I'll live.
Pain. What's this? This is a safe, isn't it?
Safe. That word is ripe with intrigue.
Okay. If you say so.
It looks like a code needs to be entered this panel to open it.
Oh boy.
This is one of my favorite parts.
A 7-digit number. I think I just might know what it is.
Are you fucking serious?
Yep.
Huh?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Do you reckon? Have we got any other 7-digit numbers? Well, we've got one there, but that's Goodman's ID.
I wonder where we might find a long list of 7-digit numbers.
Oh,
Well, it's not going to be Edgeworth's number. It's not going to be Meakin's number. It's going to be Goodman's number.
It's gonna be
Is
7,
it?
7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7.
I don't know.
That's a few cents.
I bet.
Again, is an old man.
Do you know what it is?
I have a hunch.
Do you?
Oh, I know. You want me to try my birth date? It's
Gumshoe, why would it be your birth date? I have a better idea. Here goes nothing. What do we think, guys?
7, 7, 7, 7, 7.
The chief of police. The chief of
The
police.
fucking chief of police.
The computer
Bingo.
can brute force that in about 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
777.
God.
777.
7.
69, 420, 69. Damn, you're right.
Out of that.
Most secure
what
number.
what number did you enter?
Whose birthday was that, pal?
It's no one's birthday.
Zeus's.
777 7777. The final ID card number on that record.
What?
The number of a mysterious executive officer who entered a room that day.
You mean 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7? That ID number?
I think you're 1-7 shy this time.
Sure about that?
That can mean only one thing. That's Chief Gant's ID number.
Say, anyone care to look inside? You gay do crimes and all that.
Oh,
They do crime. Baby.
Is there any money in there? How much does he have stashed away?
We distribute wealth.
A shard from a broken cup.
this somehow looks familiar. Where have I seen this before?
I
have I
wonder what
seen
else
this
we have. There's something else in here too.
I'm sorry, but sometimes this game is just as subtle as a brick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's this? It looks like a piece of leather cloth.
A leather cloth.
Leather.
Leather cloth.
I knew it. He has a kink.
I was
Oh,
unaware
no.
that leather was spelled with a V, Aaron.
Oh, I'm sorry. Leather. My TH is I'm off trouble, I guess.
Okay.
Meredith.
Alright.
At least I say Meredith.
Some of us have lisps.
Oh dear.
What a conveniently perfect handprint, right, Steiny?
I know, right?
Little too
Perfect.
convenient.
Amazing how that managed to be preserved after, 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Did I just spoil where that came from?
Tony!
No, I
Ow,
swear.
my ears.
Sorry. I'll try and give a warning before I do that next time.
Okay, that's funny.
Did this happen or did I miss it?
This is a handprint, isn't it? Fuck,
There you
sorry.
go.
I mean, it's Captain Obvious.
Hey, I saw someone wearing a shirt like that once. You think the chief made up the design?
What?
Putting handprints on shirts is some pretty serious artistic license.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Oh, well, it was just a thought.
Is that it? This is all that was in the safe? I mean, Garney just stole like bank numbers and stuff?
Yeah.
I'm not saying redistribute the wealth, but like,
Really? No money in there? Apparently so.
really?
It's empty now.
A piece of cloth with a handprint on it, and a broken shard from a cup.
They look like pieces of evidence.
No shit. Yeah, but
No
unless
shit.
you can prove they have something to do with this case, I'm afraid I can't just let you take them. After all, it's my neck on the line here.
Great. Ugh. Now I have to prove their relevancy to get them. How are these two items related to the SL9 incident?
I love
Well,
how
we got one
Gumshoe
of them.
just decides to play gatekeeper here.
Yeah. Come on! There's gotta be something we can show the detective.
For the convenience of the game mechanics, I'm not gonna let you take them. How? I wonder what that piece...
Well, we've got the thing,
Yeah,
haven't we?
right.
Oh, yeah.
Look at this. It's from this, right?
Unstable jar, me.
Biggest mood.
There is a piece.
Biggest character mood in the game.
And there's some blood here.
Yeah. Some very vibrant blood.
That's just the game, I think. But yeah.
Yeah.
Detective Gumshoe, do you have another look at this jar? Look at this jar.
Look at this jar!
Biggest jar.
I remember when the three of us put that back together. Oh, those were the days.
Gumshoe, that was yesterday.
It's kind of early to be nostalgic.
Love it.
Wasn't this jar a piece of evidence from the case?
That's right. One of the shards had a SL9 incident sticker on it.
Doesn't this ring any bells? You know, that fragment we just found?
You mean this one? That was in the safe?
Yeah, that one. That was in the safe.
Slowly pulling the rope.
Give him a minute. It's just gonna take some brain power.
Here you go. He's getting there.
Now that you mention it, it's ringing a lot of bells. Let's see if it fits.
Of course I'm gonna assemble the fragments. Here, let me see that shard. I'll take a crack at this.
There's plenty of cracks there already.
Go ahead, pal. Show us what the rookie can do.
Mr. Wright, here's some glue.
If I can piece this together
Just gonna
again,
be carrying that.
Yeah.
it'll prove Chief Gant was knowingly hiding evidence. Here goes.
I wonder where it goes.
I wonder.
Oh no.
Do we have
They
to...
really wanted to get the full mileage out of this game.
Yeah. Oh, it's triangle.
Ta-da.
Wow.
There! It fits like a charm. That, of course, means Chief Gant willingly and knowingly hid a piece of this jar in his safe. In other words, he concealed a piece of evidence from the SL9 incident. Can it be just impressed by my mad gamer skills?
Oh my god.
Some skills though. How did you do that first try? Impossible.
No
Guys.
backseat gaming, please. Sorry,
Guys. Get a load of this.
what is it?
This piece you just attached. It's different from the others. It's got ketchup on it.
Ah, that's why it smells like tomatoes.
There's a reddish line?
Tomatoes. I went too American.
Yeah,
That
really
that
did.
was a no.
Fake
That was
perception
a
of
no.
American. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Hated that. There's a reddish line on it.
A reddish line? Must be ketchup. That's blood!
No, get it.
So not tomatoes?
It's not tomatoes. Why would Chief Gant hide this in his safe?
Hmm.
Oh, why wasn't it called stable jar?
It doesn't look very stable to me.
I mean, yeah.
Oh wait, it just says blood traces. Does it?
Blood traces.
What was the other piece of evidence we had to... Oh, hand.
A piece of cloth.
The lever.
Yeah. We don't have any clothes on us, do we?
I mean, could you use the photograph to prove it was Neil?
Well, it's the same colour as Neil's.
I'm
Perhaps.
assuming it's Neil's or
I
Jake.
mean,
Who
we'll
else would wear
see.
leather?
We'll see.
Who else in this game would wear leather? Unironically.
I mean, yeah. Clavier, but there's a lot to unpack there.
Javier hasn't been there for like 20 years yet.
Yeah. 20, I think it's 10 years, I think. It's not that long.
If I'm fired, I won't be able to give you any information. That's why I have to get it all in my system now. You understand, don't you?
Don't be so negative, detective. You don't want to share your information, though. We're like companies.
Oh, who am I fooling? I've never had anything useful to share to begin with.
Aww.
Oh. Got to stay positive.
Oh, I guess that wasn't it.
Is it in the autopsy report?
His leather clothes.
Is there a picture, like?
No.
No.
We can just send it, present it anyway and see what happens. No.
Same thing.
Okay. Maybe, should we have a look around?
I guess so.
We haven't looked at this
Yeah,
side
sure.
of the office yet, have we?
No.
This was Lana's desk. It sure is tidy.
Lana's always been a meticulous cleaner.
There's not even any dust on it. It looks like someone's still keeping it clean. Does Lana ever come back here?
Sorry, my stream was lagging.
Oh, is it better now?
Where you went?
Yeah, it's alright. No.
No.
Chief Gant must still keep it clean in memory of the partnership. They were the stuff legends are made of.
Does he keep it in memory of her, or in memory of the crime?
Good question.
She moved from the office 2 years ago, but her desk is still there?
It
Yeah.
is weird.
This was taken on that day 2 years ago.
The day Joe Dark ran out of the questioning room and tried to kill Emma.
After receiving his award trophy, Mr. Marshall took a picture here. And went along with Chief Gant to question Dark. Bet he never knew he'd be dead just a few hours later.
Gee, you think?
Jesus, Phoenix! Super sensitive.
Maybe there's something we
Are
can
those
use.
plates?
Huh?
Are those plates in her little cubby thing?
These shelves are mostly empty. Lana must have cleaned them up when she transferred over to the prosecutor's office. There's a small picture frame on the left shelf. Is there?
Yeah.
Hey! This is when Lana and I went to a theme park.
I
We're
guess
just not
now,
gonna talk about
please.
the
We're not going to talk
Okay.
about that.
Awesome.
We're not going to talk about that. That's fine.
Mhm.
I wonder. This is a crime scene, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Splay the... Splay? Spray?
Spray?
Stop leaving me alone.
Spray.
Let's have a little spray.
Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun.
It's on the wrong side of the room.
Whoa, this area must have been covered in blood.
Is this from that incident?
It must be. When Prosecutor Neil Marshall was murdered. 2 years have passed, so the reaction's kind of dull.
And somehow still happens.
Yeah, of
I don't
course.
think has the floor never been cleaned?
I guess
Okay.
Maybe?
So a murder really did take place here. Ugh.
Yikes.
Big yikes. Anything over here?
Nope.
Doesn't seem it. No. Okay.
Did we do anything by the window?
Huh?
By the
This
window?
window.
No, the other window.
This window.
Yeah.
What
Guess
about
not.
a knife?
What, this?
Yeah.
I like how
No.
you're stuck doing the Emma voice, Ellie.
that
I
happens.
can't stop!
On the pipe organ.
That very suspicious pipe organ.
It's a very suspicious pipe
let's be real. Okay. I think we've looked at everything there, haven't we? We looked at the... Apparently I think when we looked at the desk, we got the evidence, so when we look at it again, it'll just be them talking about that.
Yeah.
We looked at him. Look out the window.
You can see pretty far from 15 stories up. If you were to drop that suit of armor from here...
First, the chief wanted to use stained glass for this window.
Really? Why didn't he?
They say he changed his mind because he wouldn't be able to see the view.
Oh.
Stained glass or not, it's a huge window. Okay.
I mean, did he literally just want to make this place into a church?
I mean...
Apparently.
I wouldn't be
Pipe organ in the middle of
surprised.
the room, stained glass in the windows.
Chief's organ sure is a sight to behold.
Oh boy. We're not gonna talk about that!
The degeneracy just leapt straight out.
Occasionally we can hear him playing it from the criminal affairs department.
Big yikes! Big yikes!
Oh man.
Let's not
Oh
talk
no!
about
Oh no! Oh no!
There we
that.
go.
Sorry.
That's alright.
That's on the second floor, and this is the 15th floor of an entirely different building.
He's loud. When a detective screws up, the chief calls them to his office. It makes them listen to the organ for hours.
Wow.
Really?
What's so bad about that? Music soothes the soul!
After that, the detective can't hear anything for days except the ringing in their ears.
So it's an instrument
Good
of
idea.
punishment, literally.
Hey.
But aren't the chefs the
Chef?
chefs?
Chef? We've come full circle. We've
Yeah.
come full circle.
But aren't the chief's ears affected?
He never listens to anyone anyway.
That's beside
Nice.
the point. Alright, what evidence have we got? This is getting ridiculous. We got Goodman's ID, that's no good. Trophy's no good, I guess. Edgeworth's knife, okay. Okay.
Oh, the handprint that you found on the locker. Maybe you can you do something with that in relation to the?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
got the
we're
fingerprint
gonna-
powder, haven't we?
Yes.
Oh, that too.
Ah, what? Use the fingerprint powder on the handprint.
I don't know.
Maybe.
Or just
Yeah,
show
try
him
it.
better at puzzles.
Yeah.
Detective Gumshoe, I'd like you to have a look at this.
Hey, I know what that is. So you want to take some fingerprints?
That's a great idea, Detective.
Who is that?
Huh?
Probably me.
Oh.
Humming.
All
Yes,
right,
that's
go to
it.
town. Sheesh.
What are you doing? Why are you sticking out your hand like that?
Go ahead, take my fingerprints.
Oh my god.
Oh, what a himbo.
It's not your fingerprints we want to take.
Aww. Come on, this isn't the time for jokes. We're talking about that cloth we found in the safe.
Oh, I knew that. The one with the handprint on it, right? Sheesh, where's your sense of humor?
Yeah, sure.
Uh-huh. Okay. Okay, Mr. Wright, let's check for prints.
Wow, you really gonna go through all this again, Emma?
Yep, because you probably forgot. Ah! Sprinkle the powder on the cloth. Then, once they've been absorbed into the prints, blow the rest away.
What are you, my mom? I don't have to be told a million times.
Slap shading.
Wow. Alright, let's get this over with.
I feel like the game is scripted in such a way that it's kind of on the premise that you take breaks and you might forget.
Yeah.
That makes
Don't just
that
do
makes
it all at
sense.
one go, like us.
Yeah, that does make sense. Sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. Sprinkle the powder, Mr. Wright.
Press E to blow, Mr.
Yes.
Wright.
I'm not very good at
Peekaboo.
doing it in lines. Actually, I think you'll find it's wise to blow.
Oh, okay.
Excuse me.
That's smudgy.
I gave it my best shot.
Yeah, and it was shit.
My god, Emma.
Yeah, fuck you. I'm done now. I'm done with this shit.
Baby wants power.
Baby wants power. That kind of result won't be any good for matching prints, will it?
But it doesn't look like we'll get a clearer result from this print.
Okay, let's try a different finger then.
Waste my fucking time.
Okay, you fuck off, like right now.
What is it matter which print I pick, really, game? I'm gonna get the same result, eventually. Just more time of my day gone. Is this fun? Is this fun, watching me click on the screen?
Yeah.
Interactive gameplay.
Please tell me that's enough.
Yay!
It's not enough! Not quite! There we go.
Yay!
There we go.
Who are we gonna match it to? Well, it's not Damon. Meekins did it! Not Jay.
No.
Bruce?
No.
Not quite.
Not
Here
quite
comes who
no.
did it.
No. That's no.
It's not Lana.
No. Emma?
Emma!
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh.
Emma, what the fuck did you do?
Oof.
It's always means.
No. How can this be? What are Emma's fingerprints doing, I hear?
Hey, you found the match? Whose fingerprints were they?
Huh? It seems the prints are too old. They aren't clear enough to get a match.
Oh, that's too bad. I thought they'd be Dark's prints.
Hey, you, over here.
You're whispering
Literally
really
over here.
obviously. We're in the same room.
What's going on here? What are that kid's prints doing inside the chief's safe?
Don't ask me. Let's just keep this information from Emma for now.
Here. Maybe you should hold on to this.
Thanks.
Keeping secrets is always a good idea.
Well, was I any help?
Of course. Thanks to your ID card, we were able to get some hard evidence.
No. Fuck. No, that's not me.
I think I know
Now
who that
that's
is.
not very kind, is it? In other words, if it wasn't for his ID card, he would have been useless. Isn't that right, you and the coat?
Chief Gant!
We didn't think you'd be back so soon.
Fortunately, I'm a man who believes in science. As I was walking to my meeting, I happened to look out a window and saw a stray dog run right into a pole. Just then I thought of a certain detective.
Do you mean me, sir?
Now then, I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you all to leave.
Yes, sir. So sorry.
Oh, you in the coat.
Me, sir?
Drop off your ID on the way out. You won't be needing it anymore.
But, sir...
Now get out.
Yes, sir.
We'll be on our way too, then.
Wait, you, the one without the spiky hair. Don't go yet.
Me, sir?
I'd like a word with you.
But sir, I'm not a licensed scientific investigator yet.
I can't tell, is that an interruption or did you just press too quickly?
That was indeed an interruption.
You with the spiky hair, you're free to go.
Mr. Wright?
Bye! That's it.
Laters, bitch!
Let me just leave you with a really suspicious guy in the office.
It's fine. Look, pal, if I've told you once, I've told you 1,000 times. The chief's office is off limits.
Oh boy.
But no, you just had to go sneaking in there like that, didn't you?
I thought you said you didn't care anymore if you were fired.
Yeah, but if I do, it'd be like this. I never would have said it.
Now that I've seen the evidence Chief Gant was hiding in his office, I think I'm finally starting to get the picture. But why has she kept eerily silent about it all this time?
Anyway, you listening to me? I'm gonna try to smooth things over with the chief again. Later, pal.
After that, I heard from Emma. She said the police wanted to ask her some questions, so she'll be busy for the rest of the day. Oh, hi, Lana.
I see. So the chief asked Emma to come in for questioning.
It's no use thinking about it. Tomorrow's the final day in court. I'm committed to doing everything I can to defend you, which is why I'm here.
But I've already told you all I can.
What you've told me over these past couple of days is absolutely nothing. Not a single useful thing.
Really? I believe I did mention something quite important. Something I told you right at the beginning. I said that I was the one who stabbed Detective Goodman.
You know, I think I've finally figured it out. I know who it is that's lurking behind your words.
Maya did a good job mentoring you. I'm rather jealous. I met Mia, not Maya.
Yay.
Yes, perhaps of the day. Huh?
Seems Edgeworth was right.
Edgeworth?
Once you're convinced you know something, no one can persuade you otherwise. Thick-headed is the term he used, I believe. And thick
Wow.
somewhere else that I won't repeat.
Now's my chance to get her to tell me the rest of the story. I have to admit, I was more than a little perplexed at first. You insisted you did it, yet there was no incriminating evidence. That's when it hit me. It's not that you're unwilling to tell the truth. It's that you're incapable of doing so, because of a certain individual.
What an intriguing notion. Certain individual, you say? So you think I'm protecting this person?
Protecting? No, I think afraid of is more like it. If I'm not mistaken, the person in question may have persuaded you to silence.
For argument's sake, Mr. Wright, whom may I ask is this person you're speaking of? The one I am supposedly so frightened of. What is this person's name?
Well,
Convenient.
right on him.
Sunshine Radioactive McGee.
Ah, let me just yell in the middle of this dramatic moment. Well, Miss Sky! I got a bit worked up there.
Little bit.
Around in my chair.
Really, Lana?
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh.
Mr. Wright, you're addressing the chief prosecutor. Do not forget your place.
I take it she's still not ready to spill the beans.
My apologies. Could you please tell me a bit more about what you think you know?
Sure. It was Meekins, that's right, that's who you're so afraid of.
It was Meekins.
I would be afraid of him too.
That was the last time I no longer served.
Oh no.
Dear Lord.
We were partners until 2 years ago. I respected him as a detective.
Assuming he is respectable, assuming he is respectable, then tell me something. Let me tell me something.
Let me tell me something.
Let me spin me a yarn.
Why would he try to hide his crimes?
His crimes?
Both you and Edgeworth will be brought before a board of inquiry for what you did. Specifically, hiding and forging evidence.
Of course, these are serious offenses.
Why is it, though, that Chief Gant's name was never mentioned?
Chief Gant?
Edgeworth didn't know the truth behind the forgery. The only party who could have possibly tampered with the evidence was...
Me. I had access because I was second in command of that investigation.
Yes, you, but also one other. Damon Gant.
If you intend to accuse Chief Gant, you'll need more than just words. Show me proof that Chief Gant falsified evidence in that case.
Well, got a few bits.
Well, I mean, the things.
I just found this in a safe in the Chief's office. This jar piece and this piece of cloth. Do you know what these are? They're pieces of evidence from the Cell 9 incident. The person concealing evidence was none other than Chief Gant himself. Now tell me, why are you taking all the blame for him?
Touché, Mr. Wright. As you surmised, I cannot disobey the Chief's orders. Even if it means being found guilty for murder.
Why not?
Come now, Mr. Wright. You can't possibly expect me to be able to tell you that. 3 days ago, I had no choice but to cooperate.
In the murder of Detective Goodman.
Perhaps I should say, follow orders. Yes, that's more accurate than cooperate. Although I can't tell you the details, I can say that I was given an order that day.
I need you to dispose of Bruce Goodman's body. You'll find it inside the trunk of Miles Edgeworth's car.
Just as I suspected. Despite what everyone believes, you were not the one who murdered Detective Goodman.
Correct. I was trying to take the body out of Edgeworth's car. The trunk's lock was broken, and I discovered that murder weapon while inspecting the body.
The murder weapon? You mean Edgeworth's knife?
No. When I found the body, this was the knife stuck in it.
Knife from the SL9 incident. Serial killer Joe Dark's knife.
I couldn't just leave that knife in him. So I took it out and stabbed him with another knife.
That was the Edgeworth's knife?
Lana was very specific in her wording. She stabbed Detective Goodman.
She did.
That's right. Even though he is already dead, my hands were shaking at the thought of stabbing him. That's why I ended up cutting my hand.
And that's the reason for the bandage on your right hand.
Yes. Seems that I got blood on the victim's shoes as well. And then... She saw me just as I plunged the knife in.
Also, I'm kind of staring at this photo now, and she's got one arm in her coat and the other arm not in her coat.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's weird.
Oh, maybe
It seems weird.
maybe so she wouldn't get blood on it, but like...
Stabbing with the other hand, that is definitely going to get blood on it.
That's
Yeah.
weird.
Some very interesting artistic design.
Yeah, thanks, Ace Attorney.
Mm.
Miss Star, huh? Casual wear. Why did you need to hide Dark's knife so badly? I guess I'll talk to you about it separately.
It took a lot of work to finally close the Dark case 2 years ago. It was over with. I didn't ever want to be opened again. I didn't ever want it to be opened again.
that
That
makes
means different thing.
Yeah.
Did you stop turning around?
not so easy.
I mean, Lana basically confirms that the chairs in there are spinny chairs.
Right? But you can still see the chair and back
Yeah, you can still see the back of the chair. She's just being dramatic.
She's kneeling on the chair. Alright, leave her be
guess.
there.
Maybe it's
Leaning on
just
the
a stool. Like,
with a
Leaning
back
on
on it?
She is purposely getting up off the chair, turning around, and sitting on the desk.
Yeah.
I guess.
Because she is a dramatic ass bitch.
Mood.
She needs the drama.
My intent was to prevent by... My god, I cannot speak. My intent was to prevent that by whatever means possible.
So, you hid Dark's knife.
The weapon used to stab the detective was evidence in the Joe Dark case. If word got out, which it would, the reporters would have a field day with that.
So you wrap a knife in your scarf and hid it. In Edgeworth's exhaust pipe.
Right. Then I called my sister to tell her what happened, to ask her to hide the knife that was inside my muffler.
You asked Emma?
I didn't want anyone in the force to know about this.
That would explain why Emma is so confident about Lana's innocence.
Speaking of phone calls, I had a bad feeling about one of them that day.
A bad feeling.
The truth is, after I received those orders from Chief Gant, first thing I did was make a phone call. Phone call to Patrolman Drake Marshall.
To Marshall? Why on earth would you
Oh,
call him?
here we go.
The lead investigator for the SL9 incident had been murdered. I wanted that fact to be kept hidden, and I needed help. He was the only other person I could trust. Or at least, I thought I could trust him at the time. However, it seems that after I spoke to him, he went off on an escapade of his own.
Oh, you mean...
Not wanting the case to die, he decided to take things into his own hands.
he disguised himself as Detective Goodman and tried to steal the evidence?
He had already stolen the ID card. But it seems he still hadn't made up his mind to break into the evidence room. After my phone call, any remaining doubts he had must have disappeared.
So your phone call paused the incident in the evidence room.
Oh, I'm backwards again.
Yeah.
I'm afraid that's all I can tell you.
Next time, when lockdown ends and I go talk to my friends, I'm gonna just face away from them.
Yeah.
Mid-conversation.
You know, it's a method of social distancing. You can practice
Yeah.
it.
That's true. Why don't we all just stand in a circle facing outwards? But Lana...
You've earned my respect, Mr. Wright, both as a defense attorney and an investigator. Now please, don't pursue this any further in court tomorrow.
Tomorrow's trial. There's only one way to drive off Lana's demons. I've got to get to the bottom of everything. Huh?
Literally. Damon?
It's her demons! Detective Goodman's real murderer. And what went down in the Chief's office 2 years ago. We did it! Yay! Ooh, that took a while.
Yeah.
Oof, that took a while. Oh my god.
Doozy.
That's okay. I don't
But-
think that took any longer than usual.
That leaves
Yeah.
just the final day of the trial.
Yeah.
Final day. Day 3.
Day 3.
Yeah.
Last one.
So
I don't remember how long that takes. Let me look it up.
I think it's got a
It's
save
a
point in the middle.
it's got like 3 save points.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
It's a while. I don't
Oh,
what do you
that's a
think?
lot.
Have you eaten Meredith?
No. Besides my cheese and crackers, no.
Oh, besides your cheese and crackers, that's right.
I am a little sleepies. I have to
Yeah,
admit.
same.
I don't really
I'm
have a right
pretty
to be because it's earlier than it is.
I also
Yeah.
don't have a right to be because I got out of bed at 2.
It's fine.
Valid. I was like
Today,
11.
you are allowed to be sleepy. All I've done today is read and play Overwatch, and I'm tired as
Pretty
hell.
much same.
Aw. Sleepy time for all of us.
Yeah,
So I'll go
and
take a nap. It'll be great.
Yeah.
you should really go to bed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like one
Kanipi needs to go to sleep. Ugh.
confirmed. Yeah, oh, we can call it there then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's call it then.
It is a good stopping off point.
it is indeed a
Yeah.
good stopping off point. All right.
Smart.
so yeah,
stopping off.
which means, huh?
Oh,
What'd you say?
Oh.
what?
Did you say something?
Dream just
Oh no, things are cutting out. Things are happening.
No.
oh no.
Anyway, next time we should
On
be back
Game
with
Grumps.
the perhaps finale. Oh dear, Meredith.
Sorry.
We should be back with perhaps the finale.
Next time on
Probably not, but close to the finale of Right
Yeah.
from the Ashes.
We'll get there.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
be close to the finale. It'll be like
Yeah.
parts
Yeah.
of the finale, but like,
We'll get there.
And the court
get
sections
there,
tend to go a
it's
bit
fine.
faster than the investigations.
oh
anyway.
god, I keep
Yeah.
forgetting that. Like, this is the trial bit with the fucking. Oh, I hate this bit.
Yeah.
With a very convoluted way of getting to the truth.
And a very, yeah. And a lot of drama. A lot of drama.
drama.
So much drama.
How are we gonna take Damon down? That's the
Oof.
struggle.
Questions.
Yeah.
Questions for
And
another
save
time.
that.
Valued answering.
Wow.
Next time on Ace Attorney.
Next time we'll be back for lawyers.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Turn
good
about
night,
to me
everyone.
sexing her. I'm gonna stick it.
Oh
Oh boy.
Dare I even ask?
That's from the Ace Attorney.
Oh no!
bloopers.
We need to. Yes, we need to send you the bloopers.
Attorney?
Fuck.
Anime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From the bloopers as
Shall we
well.
pray to our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ?
Thank you, Jesus Christ.
Christ.
Okay.
okay, good talk.
Indeed.
Okay, let's all go to
Come
sleep.
to.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Good
Thanks for
night,
coming along.
everybody.
Thanks a lot. It's been fun.
Yeah, thanks for
It was
joining.
really
us.
fun.
Yeah, and
Always.
we'll take him out next time. Well, we hope. It could go
We
horribly
hope.
wrong, and we could die.
Hopefully.
But, you know,
Yeah, we're gonna
We could
die
die,
in this
maybe.
game.
well, you know, our health bar's gonna explode.
Yeah.
We're speaking about this stupid health
when
bar.
when Phoenix tells too many lies, he dies.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's like Pinocchio with heart problems.
Oh, God.
I was literally about to make that exact joke.
Oh, good
String
night,
too long with
everyone.
somebody.
Good night.
Night.
Night, Let's. Night.
Love you.